Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is me. I am here. I broke the cycle by saying something different for once. Um, so I hope all of you are doing well today. I know I am. Gosh darn it, I said it again. Yeah, today is a day. So we're shaking things up a bit today. Because the past, firstly, I didn't even stream last week. I wasn't even here last week. But previously we have been, hey, Mario Simpson, happy Friday. So the past few weeks I've been playing Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, but this week I thought it'd be fun to shake things up and to play some Star Fox Assault. Because A, it's one of my favorite games of all time, but B, it just had an anniversary on Monday, which was also Valentine's Day. In my book, Star Fox Assault is a Valentine's Day game because it came out on Valentine's Day, which means you contractually are obligated to play it on Valentine's Day. I failed by not playing it on Valentine's Day. So much like I am with Paper Mario, clearly I am a fake fan. Yeah, so yeah. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope you're all doing well. It's getting warmer outside, which is nice. The snow is melting. I can actually get my car out of my driveway easily now. Let me get the game up. Yeah, we're getting, winter is still here, but you know, spring will oh, how does it go? It's the winter is ready for winter. It seems to turn everything blue. Oh, how does that go? How to send me a peach lyrics? How does that go? Because now it's gonna bother me. Oh, what's the line? The winter may bring the whole world to its knees, but the spring shall return with its fruit. Yeah, so spring isn't here yet, but you know, we still got a couple more weeks to wait, but that's okay. It's on the horizon. It's coming. It'll be here, and then life will be nice. So I'm gonna switch over to this. As you can see, I made another new layout for the game. Let me make sure my controller is set up properly. It is. You don't stream for 1 week and then suddenly you forget how to do everything. All right, let me make sure that, let's see. Doing good, just been playing some N64 games on the Switch today. Nice. I just got Mario Party Superstars myself, and I was playing some of that today. I've just been playing the mini games currently. Haven't actually played any of the boards yet. I don't know why. I haven't really had anyone to play it with, so I've just been playing mini games. It's fun. Oh! Oh, it's loud! Oh, my ears! And it's stuttering. Why is it stuttering? Why are you doing that? It's not supposed to be doing that. Oh, I know why it's doing that. It's because... Is it because of that? Why is it doing that? Oh, no. Well, firstly, how loud is this in OBS? This is loud in OBS. My goodness, I'm turning that down. I don't know why it's doing this. How does it sound for you? If it's too loud, please as usual. I'm gonna pause that. Holy frick. We're gonna whew, have a shower real quick. I'll be back. Okay, but also good to see you, Jay. I'm glad you're here. I'm gonna stop this for a second, and we're gonna reopen that, and we're gonna hope that that's not as loud. I'm sorry about that. That was very odd because that wasn't like that before. I do have a limiter on my audio, don't I? Let me see. Ah! I don't have a limiter on game audio, but I do probably have a limiter on my audio. Let me me check. Yes, I have a limiter on me, but I don't have a limiter on the game. So we're going to do that right now. Just going to go in here. We're going to go limiter. Okay. Close. And now, hopefully that won't happen again. Oops. Let's hope that the game runs properly now. It did last time. I when I tried this a few months ago. There we go. Oh, for crying out loud. What is wrong with this thing? I swear. Well, you know, on the bright side, though. Let's see. Did you update Dolphin before firing it up tonight? I didn't. I should probably do that. You know what? We're gonna... Oh, this is great. We're gonna close this and reopen. I just updated Dolphin like last week is the thing. But I did see a little window come up when I opened it. I'm just like, it's fine. Don't worry about that. Install update. I'm gonna feel like a real doofus. Well, this has to do its thing now, so I'll put the music back on and we'll just talk for a minute. Are you even gonna hear the music? I don't even know. So how are you guys? Why did it open here? What is it doing? Let's see. Okay, GO1, good to see you. The safety and health warnings totally remind me of the Wii sometimes. It does. I mean, they use pretty much the same like warnings and screens and whatnot. Oh, you know what I'll do for now? Well, while this is, there we go. While I figure this out, I'll put that on screen. But yeah, they reuse like the same things between both like GameCube and Wii. I updated before playing Kirby Return to Dreamland on Wednesday, and it really lagged for me. Oh, then maybe it was a bad thing that I just updated it. Oh no, we're about to find out. So here we are, and I'm gonna open the game. I'm gonna make sure it's showing up in OBS. Why is it not in OBS? Oh, is it because it's looking for it's probably because it's looking for yeah, the window probably has a new name because it has it. There we go. Because it's technically a different version. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Let's try again. Let's hope it works. I just want to play this game. Are we good? For crying out loud. I want to show the intro. I don't want to just skip over the intro to this game because I love this game. And I've never had this problem before. This is fine and dandy. Huh. I don't get it. You know, before we get into Star Fox, I'm going to boot up Thousand Year Door. And we're just going to see if Thousand Year Door works properly. Just going to soup over to this since we're running Thousand Year Door. Yes, I know error screens. I just want to make sure that Dolphin is working properly, because if this is a Dolphin problem, then we got trouble in River City, folks. With a capital T, which rhymes with P, which stands for pool. Great. Don't ignore that. That's normal. Okay. Paper Mario is seemingly working. But let's get into the actual gameplay to see if it's actually working. Andros took over the street. He did! He sabotaged it, and he's dead at this point. He's not even alive anymore in a soul, and somehow he still did it. Confound it. Okay. Thousand Year Door runs A-okay. We're not having any problems here. So, I'm hoping Dolphin works. We might just have to skip... No, that's going to be a problem if it's during all the cutscenes. If it's during the FMVs. Because this game has a bunch of cutscenes. That's the wrong overlay. There we go. Oh, this is going to suck. But again, this is good. We're getting our technical difficulties out of the way early. I'm going to pause this just a second. I'm going to go back to the graphics tab. Nothing is set up strangely here. Scale EFB copy. Let's see. What is this going to tell me? What it is? If unsure, leave this checked. 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 Oh! I'm dumb. I know what's wrong. I was dumping the textures for some reason. That's right. I was fiddling around with something, and I was dumping textures because I needed them for. I needed a logo for the game, and that I fixed it. It's good. Don't worry about it. How's the audio sound? If it's too loud, let me know. I'm actually gonna turn it down on my end because it's a little loud. Actually, I'm just gonna go into Dolphin and turn down Dolphin's audio internally. So this is Star Fox Assault. This is one of my favorite games of all time. I have played through this game multiple times. I'm just gonna turn this down to 50. And then I'll turn that up in my headphones. Turn it down a little. Yeah, so Dolphin has... There are settings in Dolphin where you can have the emulator itself. I mean, where you can use your totally legitimate GameCube to extract the textures from the game file and put them onto your Nintendo GameCube memory card and then extract them off of there onto your computer. That's totally how it works. Nintendo, don't sue me. Anyway. Sounds off-putting, don't you think, sir? Anyway. But yeah, this is Star Fox Assault. I love this game. This game has amazing multiplayer and is so fun. And I don't know how many of you folks that are here today have actually played this. I have made a save file already. So yeah, let's just jump into it. Let's just start the game. Oh, one thing I will say is that there's going to be far less voice acting from me in this stream than there was in previous streams, because this game is already voice acted. So you don't need me to read the dialogue when the dialogue's already being read. Which is why the thumbnail says with live commentary instead of with live voice acting, because technically if I put the with live voice acting on there, it would be clickbait and it would be a lie. I'm not a very good liar, and I don't like lying. Yeah, again, as always, just let me know how the audio levels are. If things are too quiet, if things are too loud, please tell me, and I will fix to the best of my abilities. And wow, that actually lines up almost perfectly. That looks great. Okay. So we're just gonna start the story. Let's go on silver. Silver is like the normal difficulty. Bronze is easy, silver is normal, and gold is hard mode. Yeah, so we're just gonna go with silver.
Remnants of Andross's butchers. You've kept us busy, but now your end is at hand.
No order! Show these dogs we mean business!
On my actual GameCube, my other GameCube, for some reason, you just cannot hear Oikuni's dialogue here. When he talks in this cutscene, he's just not there. For some... No, it's the Cornerians. When the Cornerians talk in this cutscene, you just can't hear them for some reason. Good Doom sound effects. Fun. Still gotta hunt this down for my collection along with Zelda 4 Swords and Adventure. Yes! I highly recommend tracking this game down. I could always make live. Oh, here we go. Oh, I love this. One perfect shot right there. There they are. Look at them.
Team Star Fox, ready for duty.
Good lip sync.
Leave these losers to the pros. We'll beat him in no time.
Da-da-da. But yeah, if you're looking for a copy of this game, I highly recommend you track it down, because it's my, like, amongst all the games in the Star Fox franchise, it's my personal favorite. And it's just so good. We're getting more good dialogue right away.
Well, Fox, looks like we're not too late.
Yep, of course, General.
It's just so crazy. I can't believe Andross had so darn many troops left behind.
They're almost all common scum.
In it for the money.
They're quite dedicated for a bunch of hired guns.
The leader of this rebellion is none other than Oikane.
Okay, I see now. So we're here because...
We're here to put this creep on ice. Never played this game before.
Yes, you must take him down. I'm counting on you. Now, get prepped and go.
Let's go, team.
Maybe I'll show it later on the stream. But there's an interesting video actually, that shows a comparison for the, like. Oh, I'll shut up for this because this is great. So many moments of this game are just gonna be me shutting up to appreciate how cool this game is. Boink. Yep, touch those buttons, Fox. Those are actually in front of you. You could totally see those.
Oikanee's no pushover, so be careful out there.
Rob not even touching his console. Just dangling his fingers in front of it.
The outcome of this battle hangs on you, team. Are you all ready? Launch all ships.
So, what I was gonna say before, there's I just noticed an error in that cutscene, and this is an FMV. I'll find this cutscene later and show it. One of the cockpits is dislodged. That's not an engine. That's an FMV cutscene. Okay, so we're in the game now. There's an interesting video I'll show later that shows a comparison between the Japanese and English version of the game, specifically for those like briefing cutscenes, because in the Japanese version of the game, the characters have like they have like fully animated like facial expressions for the cutscenes, aside from just having lip sync animations. But for some reason, those animations were cut from the English release. For some reason. Okie dokie. I got distracted by looking at chat and wasn't able to shoot down that ship. Good job, Gideon. But be careful while walking your dog. Hey, how you doing there, man? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in.
What's that? Some kind of prototype?
That beam's
Whoop.
devastating. Watch out, Fox. Roll to deflect its attack.
Take what? Where? Did Slippy give me something and I didn't even see it? Good job, Gideon. That's fine. I don't really need it. I know... I'm actually going to hold on to it. So, I'm not going to use my bombs just yet. Even though I've got one. And I'm going to get another in just a bit. Falco's going to give me one. There we go. So Falco gives you a bomb. There's an S flag hidden around there somewhere. I forget where it is, though. Falco gives you that bomb, and you're supposed to use it to take out that ship. But I'm not going to, because I want to hold on to my bombs to make a, see, Slippy's even like, hey, use your bombs. And I'm not, I'm gonna go run, I'm gonna go rogue, and be like, nah. Bombs? Who needs bombs? We don't use bombs here, that's illegal. It's against the Geneva Convention, or something like that. Ow. Ow. I thought I took those enemies out. Apparently I didn't. Oh. Ouch. I'm doing horribly right now. Yeah, Get ready for another really good cutscene. He's fleeing to Fortuna. I adore the voice acting in this game. Ironically enough, with the exception of Fox, who is good, but I feel his performance is a little, like, the actor who plays him is a little weak in this game. The voice cast in this game, in my opinion, is like, perfect. Chef's kiss. Perfect casting for the Star Fox characters. Beautiful.
He seems to have fled, but he may be lying in wait for us. I want all of you to proceed with caution. Worrying a
Bit much, aren't you, Gramps? I love Falco. Falco's my favorite. I love him. He's got a really cool design in this game. He's who I usually play as a multiplayer. I'm sad because I'm not gonna get to show any of the multiplayer, because I don't have anyone to play with, and I have no clue how to set up net play. But that's okay. Maybe we'll show that off another day. I want the bomb. I don't want the health ring. So something you need to know about this game. Oh, got you, buddy. There we go. Something you need to know about this game is that it has a absolute stellar soundtrack. A lot of people credit Mario Galaxy for being like one of the first kind of like mainstream games to have a full orchestra soundtrack. But contrary to popular belief, it was this game. I know there were probably games that had orchestra soundtracks before this and before Galaxy, but you know, this is one of the first that did it really well, to the point where they even released a CD through Nintendo Power. I believe you could get it, or it was either that or a Japan exclusive CD. I forget. Of select songs from the soundtrack.
Look out! The enemy's waiting for us!
Oh no! Oh, Slippy's in trouble. There we go. Actually, a lot of people rag on Slippy's character because I feel like in like 64, for example, Slippy's a very easy character to pick on. But they did some cool stuff with this character in this game, where like he has like an actual kind of arc. Well, if you steal Crystal's kill here, she has dialogue. Come on. Well. She'll be like, hey, that was mine. That's okay. Yeah, they do some cool stuff with Slippy in this game. Because in like that first encounter where Falco's picking on him, even at the beginning of the game, he's like, hey, shut up, man. Keep your mouth shut. So it's cool to see like Slippy kind of has a spine in this game. Persistent little pests, aren't you? Don't mind me while I read the dialogue. While the dialogue is being read. I love this thing.
Oikany, you ignorant ape. What are you up to?
Careful, Fox. You never know what a cornered beast might do.
Da-da-da. Ba-ba-da-da. The trombones in this thing are great.
I must bring an end to our relationship. Die!
Saying die in a Nintendo game? That's like $1 in the swear jar, buddy. I say despite this game having a teen rating. So, we're gonna save our bombs for this. That way I can just do this. Watch this. Come on, open up. Open up. Oh! That didn't go the way I meant it to. I am doing really bad. It's been a while. Here I am being like, oh yeah, I love this game. This game is great. And then I finally go to show people me playing this game, and I just am eating dirt. Whew. This fight is normally pretty easy. It's the natural evolution of the classic Nintendo hand boss, which for some reason they really like. There we go. It's actually the next thing that happens you want to save your bombs for.
Is that all you fools have got? I am the one and only true heir to the great Emperor Andros, the new Emperor, Andrew Oikini, Uncle Andros!
Oikini is now dead.
What? Reinforcements?
Forget command. Command didn't happen. Oikini's dead.
Such strange thought patterns.
No, it can't be.
Abaroid, Abaroid, Abaroid. Abaroid? There's no time to hesitate. Return fire.
Alright. This is what you actually want to save your bombs for, because you can start this boss just 1, 2, and there we go. We literally just skipped a whole phase of the boss and made it quite a bit. Wow. Its health bar is already incredibly depleted. Something worth noting, actually. So, the bosses have a health bar on the top left corner of the screen. And that health bar is only there if Slippy does not get knocked out. As you'll note, it says on the side that Slippy is scanning the enemy. So if you let Slippy die, you lose that health bar. Which, I mean, it's not really like that necessary. You don't need the health bar, but it is nice because it gives you like it gives you like a progress bar to see like, okay, how far am I? How much health does the boss have left? I mean, who doesn't now? Who doesn't want to have a health bar on a boss, you know? Oh, I mean, that's a phase where I can still attack. Also, you might notice that there's like a little bit of sparks coming off of my left wing. That means that my left wing is damaged and is likely going to fall off if I'm not careful. And the second thing is, if you lose either of your wings, you lose your laser upgrade. I should have taken that opportunity to attack.
Go get him, Fox.
Oh, come on.
Now's the time to bear down.
There we go. Woo! You can do little tricks with the R-Wing with the C-Stick. That opening level is so good. Such a good opening level. No barrel roll! I just saw that in chat.
Somehow, we beat it.
What a
Strange creature.
Wait, what's that?
I
The
don't
classic
believe
floating heads and hands boss. Wham Bam Brock, Andros, Bongo Congo, Irock, Gohan, Tiki, Tong, Sand King. It's like, why? Why does Nintendo always do the hit points on the hands thing? I don't get it. It's a really well-designed boss. Don't get me wrong. It's really it's well thought out and easy to telegraph with, but at the same time, it's like, why? Why is that the boss trope they're always relying on? Welcome back. How was your dog? I hope your dog is well.
All ships are home. Not a bad start.
Good
Not a
luck,
bad start.
team.
Hey, we got the medal for that one.
Briefing room.
Yeah, boss is defeated. So we'll save. There we go. Ignore that little yellow text at the top of the screen. What? I don't know what you're talking about. More good music. Oh my goodness.
Members
Of
of
Star
Star
Fox.
Fox, a grave danger looms. The Lilac system is in peril.
What? How do you know?
I don't know.
We know.
How do you know?
Director
We
will
know.
on all the details.
Hello again, everybody.
You're the research director? You never
It,
told me
Slippy
that.
has a dad?
Gee, didn't I? Yes. In any case, if I may continue, these aporoids,
Aperoids?
indeed, they are the enemies you faced earlier. I believe it was about 17 years ago.
That-
The whole fleet was destroyed
Huh.
by a sole aporoid. Oh, we were somehow able to
Nice.
survive that trial, but that was just a taste of what's coming. But we are currently analyzing data from the core memory you found. But we could understand much more
Good
if we had
good text spacing. Why is it like that?
We have detected a distraction.
How did you know? We know.
However, we're unable to contact anyone there.
I find that really
We
funny.
suspect Aperoid involvement.
Plot convenience, right? It's great.
No problem at all, sir. I'll head to the surface immediately. That signal shouldn't be too hard to find.
By yourself? It's too dangerous. I'm going too.
No, I want you guys in our wings, covering me from above. I'm counting on you. Let's do this.
That I gotta say, I didn't remember that it had been like that in the plot. It had been 17 years since the Aperoids were first, since they first attacked. Because, as mentioned earlier, this year, we just passed another anniversary for this game, and literally it was the 17th anniversary of this game. That was not intentional. In no way, shape, or form did I do that on purpose. I wasn't even thinking about that. Fox's design in this game is really cool. It's a nice.
Too quiet.
It retains so many elements of his classic design from like Star Fox 1 and 64.
Something's wrong here.
But it looks really cool.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Memes.
It's the Aperoids after all.
So now we get into the meat and potatoes of this game, and the thing that makes this game. What are my buttons? There's my buttons. The things that make this game different from the rest of the games in the Star Fox series. This game is also a third-person shooter. And in my opinion, it's really... this is honestly, really... It's well done. So currently I'm using... I didn't realize I had this control setup enabled, but there's 3 control styles you can use in this game. How do I charge up my blaster? But there we go. There's 2 control schemes in this game. Where is my Z button? I don't remember what I have bound to Z. Let me just, what's the Z button? Where am I at this one? Actually, yeah. Wait, what was Z before? Button 5? That's Z? Oh, I also had that set to analog R. Then we're gonna make Z, we're gonna make Z clicking with the C stick. There we go. Sorry about that. So yeah, there's 2 different control schemes in this game.
Now it gets serious.
It does indeed. There's 2 different control schemes you can use. Well, 2 primary ones, which are a single stick style and a dual stick style. I usually use the single stick style, but I currently have it set to the dual stick style. I might actually change that between levels. Any other enemies around here? I was gonna say something and I don't remember what it was. How do I... Yeah, okay, it's that button. Yeah. You just get out this. That's the wrong button. There we go. And I'm gonna position myself over here. That way I can easily get to something else when something else spawns. Gee, I wonder what.
Whew. There's no end to these things. Peppy, send me a landmaster, will you?
On its way. What's the situation?
Well, I got my hands full. But what else is new?
Done.
Again, I've never
Here's
played this
your
game before.
landmaster.
Let me know if you get lonely.
I'll drop by.
Nah, all I need is a landmaster.
Transmission complete.
Look at that thing.
It's all yours,
Oh,
Pop.
that's right. Normally, I use the single stick control scheme in this game because otherwise the Landmaster controls like garbage. The, there we go. Come on. There we go. Normally, yeah, oh, this is gonna bug me. normally the Landmaster, normally it's literally tank controls. The other control scheme, the single stick control style, is tank controls in the most literal sense, especially when you are using the Landmaster. Personally, I prefer it for using the Landmaster. Crystal, I don't even know where you are. There you are. There we go. But I mean, this is okay. I can get used to this. There we go.
I thought I was done for. Thanks.
Ba, 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 ba. How do I... There we go. That's high boost. Great thing about the Landmaster, though, is that you can just run things over. It does do a little bit of damage to the Landmaster, though, to do so. So it's not recommended. But it is very fun. Like, look at that. You can just bowl into things. Look at that. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a combo meter in this game, as you can see up in the top right corner, where basically the longer you keep that combo going, the more points you get at the end of the stage, and you get points obviously by destroying enemies. Currently, our goal is just to destroy the specified target enemies that are on the map. So there are those. The enemies we're currently going after are those really big aporoids that you can normally only take out with the rocket launcher and or the Landmaster. So you can just so those are our current primary target to go after, but that will change in a little bit. We'll have something else to go after. Yeah, just mowing enemies down is really fun in the Landmaster. This, in my opinion, is, again, there's so many things I really like about this game that make it... It's not just nostalgia blind, I think, because even though I did grow up with this game, I don't think it's just being, nostalgia blinded that I consider this game, in my opinion, the best Star Fox game. It just does a lot of things I really like. Oh, there's more enemies here. Well, then, we're just gonna take care of them. And one of those things that honestly I feel this game does so well is the Landmaster. Because even though it is a tank, it is fun to use. Unlike the Landmaster in other games, which isn't always the most fun option, which is disappointing because it's a freaking tank. You would think that a tank would be fun. It actually is fun to use in this game. Oh, I see where he is. Yeah, I'll admit I wasn't the biggest fan of the Landmaster stages in 64, and not really in Zero either. But again, not necessarily bad. Just I'm not my personal favorite stage in that game, in those games rather. But I think the Landmaster's done really well here, especially because the Landmaster, there are no on-rails stages with the Landmaster, unlike 64 and Zero. It's the Landmaster is only used in the just the all-range stages, I guess you'd call them.
Whoa, what are these things?
I don't know, but they're ugly. I'm mad at myself for what I just thought. I looked at that, and the first thing I thought is, it looks like a fidget spinner. I hate myself. Oh. Ooh, these big old pillbug enemies are a pain to deal with in this control scheme. Again, the single stick control scheme for the Landmaster is better in my opinion, because with single stick, it's literally point and shoot. You point the Landmaster in the direction you want to shoot it, instead of aiming the cannon with one stick and actually controlling the vehicle with the other, which it works for the best for the Landmaster. Oh, that is a funny thing I love in this game. Slippy literally says, "Oh yeah, there's more enemies around. Be careful," and then immediately is getting chased. Good job, buddy. Falco is the only member of your team that actually never needs help in this mission. Whoop. Ow. There we go. I don't need to take out this enemy. I just want to. That's not what I meant to do. My Landmaster is very low on health. See, again, if this was the single stick style, I would probably be having an easier time to Landmaster. There's one stage later on that I probably will switch back to the single stick style for. Oh my gosh, that's a really good gun, and I want that. Just specifically for using Landmaster.
Destroy the aperoids, cling to the walls.
Where? Peppy, you're pointing things out that I do not see. I think Grandpa's going a little blind. There it is. There we go. There's a bunch of them over here. Ah! See, it messes me up because I'm so used to using the just one stick. That now that I'm using the dual stick style, it's messing with my brain, man. But yeah. A great thing about the Landmaster is that the cannon, when charged, does splash damage. So your aim doesn't have to be 100% spot on to hit things. Not every day you see a vehicle flipping about and driving up escalators. Exactly. That's what makes this game so great. You can drive a tank up an escalator while doing a sick kickflip. I am probably just gonna zip, zap, zoop around here, and I don't know what these words I'm saying are. I'm probably gonna wind up doing a lot of this in Landmaster because it's easiest and because it's fun, for crying out loud. There are a lot of these big enemies out here. Oh, I'll show something neat. So, one of the things I really do love about this game is the amount of voice acting in it, as mentioned previously. But you can actually get some unique dialogue if you try to leave the stage. Let's see. I think there's also some enemies up here. We just go a little over here.
The distress signal is coming from inside the base, Fox.
Peppy's like, "What are you doing? Get back inside!"
There's gotta be a base entrance
Yep.
somewhere, Fox.
Ah! Yeah, we're not going to use much of the standard weapons. Oh, I'm forgetting how to play this with the frickin' dual stick style. We're not going to use much of the normal weapons on this stage because there's a lot of stuff that it's just easier to get around with the Landmaster. This stage is... Ooh, I am doing horribly. This stage is very much built around using the Landmaster. So we're not going to see too much of... Ow! I'm putting my competence on full display today. Or the lack thereof.
Keep it up.
Yeah, we'll jump out of the Landmaster for now. Oh yeah, so this is a 1-up in this game. And it looks a lot like the little module that Fox and Falco's reflectors pop out of in Smash Brothers. Which this design was first, before the reflector module actually showed up. So I'd like to think that that was actually based on this. Because even though the reflector showed up, that didn't. Oh. Well, the reflector did, but the little, like, thing it pops out of didn't. Looks like more than one hit. Ooh! I'm under fire. Frick on a stick. Ooh, I'm not used to the dual stick style. Where was I getting fired at from? My axes are all wrong. Come on. You know what? I'm gonna go up and get him. I'm gonna get him on foot. This is a bad idea. I acknowledge it's a bad idea. Ooh, I'm putting myself in danger. Here. There we go.
Check inside
Gosh darn it.
buildings for targets too, Fox.
That's what I'm trying to do, Crystal.
There has to be a way to get inside those buildings.
You must be able to get inside using the elevators.
Elevator. Peppy, there is one. We'll take this. There we go. Probably not worth using machine gun on this hack. Actually, we're gonna switch to the grenade. We're just gonna... Oh,
Check inside buildings for targets too, Fox.
There has to be a way
didn't
to get
use the right
inside
button.
those buildings.
You must be able
Gonna
to
switch
get
to
inside
the-
using the elevators.
Let the elevator get down a bit. There we go. Hey guys, how you doing? How's it going? Bye. Oh, fiddlesticks, that was a bad idea. That was the worst idea I've had today. Here I am trying to be all fancy, and it is getting me injured. So we're just going to go in with a machine gun because that's a better idea. Whoop.
Blasted bugs. Die
Yeah,
already.
I might switch to the single stick style, because this control style I can use just fine in multiplayer, but... Oh, hello! But in single player, not so much. And now we have to wait because these doors are closed. And there's no way to open them. Just gonna get that right on there. There we go. Whoop. Go, 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 go! Yeah! Gonna hop back in my Landmaster. Where is it? Whoop! Who did I lock onto? Oh, it's just an enemy up there. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna switch control styles after this. Because this is throwing me off. Again, I more commonly use the other style, and so I'm not used to this. I could get used to it. I do often use it like when playing multiplayer, but I'm just not used to it for the single player.
Sensing targets within the building.
Blast this door open. Also, something about Crystal, right? It was never established in Adventures that she had a sixth sense. I mean, yeah, she talks to Fox telepathically, but it was never like... It was never discussed that she was like psychic.
The distress signal
But in
still
this game, I
transmitting.
guess she just
Signal's
is.
still there, but there's no response.
I hope we
No,
make it in
just,
time.
If there are survivors,
I'm sensing
There we go.
targets within the buildings.
a new target has been
There we go.
confirmed.
You gotta destroy that last one.
Um,
Find it on your
I'm
radar.
gonna leave that health kit here just in case I need it later. So, oh no! I hate the landmines in this game, and there is like no use for them outside of multiplayer. I do not know why they are in single player. Anyway, yeah. So they put like an extra. I want health for my Landmaster, not for myself. They put an extra target at the end here because they want you to be in a specific spot for a specific cutscene that plays later on in the stage. So we gotta go over there. There we go. And there we go. Oh, that's done, right? Mission's over. Level end, right? Wrong.
I get a bad feeling about this.
Say that again.
So, the leader, huh?
Not quite the leader, Fox.
Giant and ugly.
Wait, that thing has a core memory.
You heard the lady, Fox. We gotta get that core memory.
Gotta get it. He said so, and she said so. They both said so. Good face. So, now we get a boss. Yeah, this boss is very aggressive, actually. If you're not, like, directly within its sight range, it comes after you. So, here's what we have to do for this first boss. It has a weak point on its underside that you have to shoot to bring it down. Couple pegs.
Now,
And then
Fox,
once it's
weak
down,
point on the top.
Get on top by hovering.
gotta get up here. There we go. I've done this without falling off before. I'm gonna see if I can do it again.
That's it, Fox. That's
You
it.
just gotta lay into it.
That's it, Fox. Now you got it.
Wrong control scheme. Oh! Ooh, no, 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 no.
You up, Fox.
You have to get on top.
Oh, I hate this control style so much. Why do I have this enabled? Ow.
I'll try to
Oh, that's a foot.
The rest is up to you.
Ha! This is a bad spot.
I sent you a
Oh,
landmaster.
oh, this is bad.
The location
Oh,
of
this
the
is not
landmaster
good.
on radar.
Oh. Welcome back, Jay. We're in the middle of a boss fight. Ow. I hate this control scheme so much. I'm totally switching this between levels.
The anti-air fire is too heavy. I can't get through.
You know what? Screw this. Screw this! I'm... Welcome back. We're on a boss. Yeah. Welcome back. The world is ending. I am changing this control scheme between levels because you know what? Ooh, I've had about enough of it. It's fine in the... That's not what I meant to do. That's not what I meant to do. This control scheme works fine in the R-Wings where it doesn't actually do anything.
Stupid bugs.
I don't know why I have it enabled. My save file was already set up. Because I must have been fiddling with this the other day. And so I thought, hey, I'll test it out. And now I don't have a clean shot. Here we go. And so I didn't bother fixing that.
Now, Fox. Its weak point is on the top.
Roll out of harm's way.
Thank you, Peppy. That's totally helpful. There we go. I am embarrassed.
Bring it on, big guy.
That's it, Fox. Now you got it.
It's getting weaker, Fox. Keep at it.
Ah! Hey, but on the bright side, even though this boss got prolonged, you got to hear more of the dialogue. And I mean, any time I can showcase this game's phenomenal voice cast is a plus in my book.
Get that car underway.
Okay, that must be it.
Careful. We don't know anything about what we're up against.
I know that.
Looks like
Hey.
this.
It looks like that distress signal's no longer transmitting.
How strange.
That doesn't sound good.
Hey, thanks for helping me out.
Pigma!
Long time no see, Fox.
You know.
The SOS signal. It was you?
Exactly. I'll call this just one big test run.
Since I'm here, I'll just help myself to this.
No, that's...
Here's the thing, right?
Really that important?
You gotta wonder. Also, why does it look like the little decal that Pigma has on his ship is Miss Piggy? I can't be the only one that sees that, right? But you gotta wonder, right? Were the Aperoids
Fox,
here
I'm
first,
tracking
and then
on radar.
Pigma got here,
Get
or did
back
they
to the
follow
Great
him
Fox
here?
now.
You know? You gotta wonder these things. Don't worry, there will be some good lore explaining that later. Probably. Did I get the medal? I didn't.
We're back, Peppy. You're as good as ever in the Landmaster, Fox.
No, I'm not. That was rusty and bad. My normally I can get like a good like 13, like 1,300 on that. But that's okay. I'll have to check my my actual scores on my other memory card. Wink. Real quick, what I'm gonna do real quick is we're just gonna go back to the title screen and I'm gonna fix my control scheme, because if I have to use this dual stick style for one more minute in the Landmaster, I'm going to scream. The funny thing is, the next stage we're about to go into, it doesn't even have the Landmaster in it. But I'm going to turn it off anyway. So we're going to go to options. Actually, you know what? No, because... See, this is the style... Yeah, the dual stick style. Let's see. What's with the Nintendo and stereotyping anything with pigs as... I don't know, right? For some reason, pigs and Nintendo, it never goes well. No, but I know what you mean. It's weird. Well, no, like, what other pig characters are in Nintendo games? I'm drawing a blank here. But yeah, this control scheme, R button run, is dumb. And I do not know who would use that. Only serial killers and psychopaths who have no moral compass use this control scheme. No, you don't. It just... Ha! Why would you move with the R button? So yeah, we're gonna go baby mode on this one and use the we're gonna go baby mode and use the simple control scheme. The control scheme I personally feel this game is best utilized around or with. Wait, just a second. Invert y-axis and Landmaster. No, I don't think that's gonna help me. I don't think that's gonna help me. Yeah, so we'll just stick with the single stick style. That's what I usually play. Exactly. Like, what is that control scheme? What is that control scheme? I don't understand. Do I have... Okay, good. Listen, I love this game, but even I don't yeah, I praise this game up to high heaven, but I do not get that I don't understand that. All right. New cutscene.
Curse you, Pigma. Why'd you run to
Such a vile place.
This colony's supposed to be a hideout for all sorts of criminals.
Which bet plays Nintendo had bad, but probably it's probably got to do something with like Japanese culture or something.
Hey,
Like
who let
maybe
you
like
in?
pigs are bad luck or something. I
This
don't
is
know.
the Star Fox team. We're here for a hog named Pigma. We don't want trouble.
We don't know about no Pigma or any other fool. And now we know you're Star Fox, you ain't going nowhere. Come on, you lazy scum.
I just thought of something really bad, something really dumb.
Get more guys out here. Come on.
Hey, I got a message from my dad. It's about the core memory
Do you
that
think-
Pigma nabbed. He says it might contain the location of the asteroid
Do you,
homeworld.
no, I'm not gonna
We
say it.
gotta get it back. No
Not
matter
saying it.
Wave initiation detected. Enemy force increasing.
Listen, Oikani would do NFTs. Tell me I'm wrong.
This is going to become a war of attrition.
A scumbag like him totally would.
Okay.
Not to mention he's already a monkey.
Transfer gateways to hideout.
Understood.
Anyway,
Falco and Crystal, deal with those battleships outside.
All right, leave space to us.
Be careful, Fox.
You too, Crystal.
cut that sexual tension with a knife. So yeah, the S flag, as you pointed out, Jay, there are 5 S flags hidden in each stage. They're just like a little bonus collectible. Collecting all of them gives you, I forget what it unlocks, but it unlocks something in multiplayer. I know where pretty much all of them are. It's just a matter of getting them on some of the on-rail stages is kind of difficult. That's just a cool animation. This stage is actually kind of interesting because it reminds me of something, an interesting development fact with this game. Being that
This is Fox. I've made it inside.
I'm ruining all these cutscenes
How
by
are things
talking
on your
over
end,
them.
Slippy?
I made it too.
Good job, buddy.
Okay, let's get this operation started.
Falco, look. There. A battleship.
And here we go.
So, firstly, this stage introduces a new mechanic where there's a little gauge. Oh, different control scheme, and I can actually play the game now. Pepe's gonna explain it, but
Destroy the targets before the gauge gets full.
Understood.
Keep your wits about you, everyone.
so the more enemies that are in the stage, the or the more enemies that are in the stage and also outside the base, the higher that gauge is. If that gauge gets filled, it's an automatic game over. So this stage brings in something kind of interesting. It reminds me of something. Early on in development, this game was supposed to have co-op multiplayer in the story mode. It has, it has a versus mode multiplayer, but co-op is nowhere to be seen. However, there are a couple stages here and there where one of your other team members will join you, and they kind of don't have a brain. They don't do much. Here's Slippy. I love him, but he doesn't really do anything. He will, like, seriously, you leave Slippy alone, and he'll just sit here. He will just sit in this little corner of the map if you let him. But he does follow you around, which is kind of neat. But yeah, so that implies to me that, like, it's kind of a neat, like, little leftover, in my opinion, of that mechanic. I'm just gonna pop that from the corner. Is there? Can I? Where is it? Let me see. Can I see that from up here? Slippy, Slippy, please. Okay. But yeah, I'm sorry if I'm rambling a bit. There's just a lot to talk about so early on in this game. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. The development for this game is kind of neat, but also kind of sad because there's a lot of stuff that wound up getting cut. A lot of ideas they had, specifically for like the multiplayer, like regarding like co-op and whatnot, just because things couldn't run well. And it's a shame in my opinion, because this game had a lot of untapped potential. So you might notice that if I put my cursor over this door, that I can shoot something, but there's nothing there. So if you just shoot a spot like this, what's that? It's an S flag. And so again, there's 5 of those in each stage. Collecting all of them unlocks something, and I forget what. Get rid of that. Sniper rifle is going to make life a lot easier.
You can use a sniper rifle to pick off foes at a distance.
There we go.
Transfer device down.
Things are looking up, Fox. Keep it up.
I was gonna say something else, and I don't remember what it was. Yeah, so there's an elevator here, but it's not coming down, so we're not going up that way. Can I damage them with this gun? I cannot damage them with this gun. Nope, that was a bad idea, because they can fire missiles. There we go. Ow! You dropped a health kit. I actually don't need to go over there, because I already destroyed that transfer device. But I want that health kit. Yeah, I'm not really going for the... Well, then we gotta head outside. Is there 2 R-Wings? No, there's only 1. There's only 1 R-Wing in here, so you really gotta wonder how Slippy got here. Yeah, this is the first time we get to use the Landmaster, the R-Wing, in a 3D space in this game. And it's really cool. So there's a lot of, like, smaller ships and whatnot. Oh, something's on my tail. Out here. We gotta take care of. Including these large battleships, which wind up taking up the majority of the might gauge. You're gonna spend more time focusing on them than on, like, the smaller enemies. If I could get my shot lined up, that'd be great. Just take these guys out. Is there something on my tail? There is. It was a rocket. Yeah, this is the stage we always play in multiplayer.
Enemy reinforcements have hit the space front.
That's not good. Yeah, admittedly, these larger battleships are not the easiest to take out. There's probably a laser upgrade around here somewhere that I missed.
When the gauge is rising, hit the space
Shoot.
fighters.
If I could just... None of my shots are landing for some reason. I don't know why. Come on. There we go. Admittedly, see, you can see the come on. Come on. Do a loop. Come, I'm pressing the C stick. There we go. Oh, there we go. Let's see. That's a bomb. I need a laser upgrade. There it is. Yeah, so the might gauge is never really that affected by activity inside the base. It is pretty much entirely affected by what's going on outside. So your goal is to take out the enemies that are outside first. Also, for some reason, those enemies on the asteroids spawn health kits, which I have no clue how the game expects you to collect. Oh, I should be using my brakes. That's what I should be doing. Ow, but not then. There we go. Have I, Peppy? Have I improved? I'm not doing very well out here, man. Speedrun strat in this game is literally just to mash the boost button and you move faster. Though I imagine Fox gets horrible whiplash this way. must save my bombs for later. Because something winds up happening on this stage that we will want to have those for. There we go.
That's it, Fox.
So enemy activity is low enough that I could justify heading back inside now. So yeah, this stage is a juggling act. You have to constantly be running inside and outside, taking care of different enemies, because your teammates don't do anything. Crystal and Falco will be like, "Oh, enemy ship down!" All they want, but they don't actually do anything. The pea shooter, is not doing me too good. Can I? I can't. According to one source, people in Japan both respect and fear wild boars because of their courage and their tendency to charge and attack. Interesting. So then, maybe it's not related to mythos or lore or anything. Maybe people at Nintendo just don't like pigs. Somebody at Nintendo has it out for Porky Pig. See, wild boars there are often symbols of recklessness, fertility, and prosperity. Ah, interesting. I know there's a lot of symbolism. You name an animal, and Japan's got symbolism for it. Come on, am I just barely missing that? There we go. Da, 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 da. A little sneak attack. Things are doing well, Falco. Thank you for asking. Ooh, sniper rifle. Fortunately, I do need to approach those areas from the other side. I forgot about that because I'm so used to playing this multiplayer where you don't have to do that. So you gotta be careful around these yellow crates because they explode. That's not what I meant to do, but you know what? It works out. So I can come up through here and get up there. Sir, there is. So I will take care of this situation with a grenade. Did that work? It did not. Let's hold on to that for a second. Give it a good old throw. Did it work? Hey, it worked! I probably should have checked that sooner. Things are doing well outside. I don't have to worry about it. It's just... Hey, you! Get out of here. There we go. I am going to jump back down, though, because there's some more weapons I can get. Whoop! I want to use that health kit. On the other side. Thankfully, these machine guns respawn on both sides. Top of this, there is. I wonder if
They may be nothing but
in
thugs, but they're well trained.
they are well
These
trained.
fellas may be more dangerous than Oikonen's army.
Yeah, that's a good observation. I didn't mean to grab that gold health kit because I didn't need to, but oh well. What was I going to say? I don't remember. I'm good. I don't remember what I was saying. Anyway, I was saying how these respawn, and then... Oh yeah, that's right. I personally, I think that one of the enemies in this stage is like those explosive barrel dispensers that roll those barrels down the stairs. And you'll note it's... So the obstacles barrels, the enemies here are all apes. Something tells me it's a subtle Donkey Kong reference. That's what I'm getting from that. Oh, shush, Falco. If you're cruising so much, then why don't you come in here and do some work? Oh, no. This is bad. I ran right into the enemy. And there's more of them over here.
I can't stand to see Fox like this.
Well, then, Slippy, why don't you do something about it? Shucks. Oh my. Yeah, sadly, as much as I think it's a really fun weapon to use, the machine gun, not great. I'll admit. It could be better. And again, Slippy is just down there chilling. He's got nothing better to do right now. Cool. We're gonna get out the sniper rifle and just pew.
Transfer device down.
There we go.
Great, Fox. Only 3 transfer devices.
The Great Fox, what about it? How many? I have 11 ammo left, okay. Then you know what? We're gonna just continue to use that from here. If I haven't said it before, though I have said it before, soundtrack in this game, phenomenal. Ooh, that's an explosive. We don't want to hit that. This is the Gatling gun. I don't want to waste that. Actually, that will save for an upcoming corridor. Throw a grenade in there. Oh, hello.
Who are these guys?
Star Fox team. Nice to meet you. There's one of you behind me, isn't there? I should not be using the homing launcher for this. Oh, I know. I love Slippy. He's actually one of my favorite Star Fox characters. People, you know, that's the thing about Slippy, right? Is that people go way too, like, they lean into Slippy way too much. He's just a little confused. Listen, he's small, his legs are short, he's not very fast. He's just, you know, he's taking his time. You know, he's in no rush. And you know what? That's fine, because I love him. Seriously though, Slippy's a great character, and it's kind of a shame that people rag on him so much. Because he's great. I love him. He's a lovable little guy. And he's a frog. Come on. What's there to dislike? There you go. He's a frog. He's a mechanic. He literally, like, designed the Landmaster. So, like, you know. You missed a gold ring! Yes, there is that. There is that. But, like, I mean, if you yeah, Slippy has his low points, but I mean,
Don't forget to sidestep.
he has his high points as well, you know? Oh! Okay, I have 10 grenades. Gonna get 2 of them in there. Oh, hello! Switch weapons, switch weapons, switch weapons. Don't want to use the Gatling gun, but I am. Trying not to take damage, and I still am. I really should be using these barriers instead of just idly collecting them. Maybe people who don't like frogs. I mean, yeah, there's probably a lot of people out there who don't like frogs, but I mean, frogs are neat. I saw one yesterday. It was nice. It was wet, it was raining, it was warm yesterday too, which makes sense why I saw a frog. I'm gonna use a grenade for this. That does the job. That did not do the job. I like him because memes. There's some good memes with Slippy though. That's the thing. Yes, I know the machine gun doesn't work on that enemy, Peppy. You don't need to scold me like a child. Slippy's great. I love him. He's got a fun design too. Like, Slippy's just a fun character. I like drawing Slippy. Like, seriously, he's a fun character to draw. Do I get any items for blowing that up? I don't. One left. By the way, I'm normally not this slow at this game. Normally, I speed through these levels a lot faster. I'm just taking it kind of easy today. This is just casual. I'm not trying to break a personal record or speedrun or anything. And also, it's been a while since I played this game last. Ow, he saw me. There we go. Ruffian. Good name there. He's a ruffian. He doesn't even have a name. He doesn't even deserve one. So you might notice, oh, that transfer device is all alone. There's no enemies in there. Yeah, no. We're just gonna fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Did that take out the thing? It did not. 360 no scope. we're gonna use the Gatling gun very briefly. Ah! I should really be.
Machine gun's not working on
Yes, I know the machine gun's not working on that enemy. Shush. Peppy, I am a professional. I have standards. I know what I'm doing.
Well done. This means we can take control of the highway.
It does. Another S flag is actually hidden in this room. I would show it off, but suddenly a cutscene,
You fools.
and it's the Star Wolf team.
That you, Wolf?
You're on my turf now. Watch your step, Fox.
Perfect casting.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Untitled, but all who see my roles meet death.
I'll make you eat those words. Oh, I hate that growl thing he does. That's just,
Shut your trap and
oh,
hand him
it's
over.
gross.
Pigma. Don't know anything about Pigma.
Wolf kicked Pigma out of the Star Wolf team for selling NFTs.
I'm owed an apology, and I will have it.
So if Wolf's amazing southern accent in this game sounds at all familiar, firstly I'll show off that S flag.
We
Ooh, there's a
even
one-up in
conquered a
here.
fight with Wolf and his team.
That's easy to say after all you've done.
There it is.
Enough small talk. Let's settle this.
If Wolf's amazing southern accent sounds familiar, that is because in this game Wolf is voiced by Grant Goodeve, who most folks nowadays would probably, thank you Elevator for taking me in the wrong direction, who most folks nowadays would probably know as the engineer from Team Fortress 2. So on top of Soldier being the voice of
Enemies on my tail.
Peppy in Star Fox 64 with his name has left my brain. What's his name?
Come on, Fox. Get a move on.
Who was Soldier? Oh my god, Rick May. On top of Rick May being Peppy in
I'm in real trouble.
Star Fox
Nice
64,
work, Fox. You're pretty
um,
good in a pinch.
you know, Grant Goodeve who was the engineer in TF2, is Wolf in this game. There's odd connections between Nintendo and Valve when it comes to voice actors, which I just find funny. He's behind me.
What do you think I am?
An enemy. These little freaking cannons on the meteors are a pain in the buttocks. Now, where is Leon? Where'd it go? There he is. If Falco could actually return some fire, that would be great. That is one thing I will say that does bother me about the about like your teammates in this game, is that they're kind of brainless at times.
Now you've done it. Don't mess with me.
Ah, shucks. Falco's in trouble. Falco, what is wrong?
Get the guys to the rear.
I'm trying, Falco. I got somebody on me too. There we go.
I ate that.
Who is still on me? Come on. There we go.
Sorry, Fox. I'm not too proud of what you just witnessed.
Good job, Falco. You did it. Proud of you, buddy.
Don't mess with me, Fox.
Come on. Let me loop. Thank you.
Can't believe I
There we go. The dogfights in this game are really good. I'm having a surprisingly easy time with this. Oh, thank you, Crystal. I'm having a surprisingly easy time with this, but even so, normally Wolf actually gives me some trouble. It's not smart to save him for last, I've noticed, because he does better for some reason when the rest of his team is dead. Like maybe that's just my brain thinking that, and not actually how the game is programmed, but that's what I've noticed. Oh, hey, welcome, SMF fan. Glad you could stop by. There you are. Yeah, so this is the first game that Panther appeared. Where is he? There he is. This was Panther's debut. I have a lot of misses. Yes, Falco, I do. If you could give me a hand and maybe shoot the enemies that are behind me. That would be great. If I could do a loop, that would also be swell. The boost meter, I manage horribly in this game. Where are you? Tilting your ship to one side or the other actually does tighten your turns up, which is a very useful maneuver, especially in multiplayer. The strongest suit of this, like the strongest part of this game, really is its multiplayer. The multiplayer in this game is phenomenal.
That's the end of our operation.
And unfortunately, I won't really be able to show it off, which kind of sucks.
That's enough for now, Fox.
Wolf is gonna play it cool like he won, despite the fact that one man annihilated his entire team.
Star Wolf. And if he'd shown his filthy hide here, my men would have driven him out.
Him and his NFTs. I gotta stop making this joke because it's not funny.
But lovely Crystal, words do you no justice. I am Panther Caruso. Here's to us.
Stop.
Who's this idiot? Quiet bird. What was that?
I love Falco in this
Look,
game.
just tell us
He
what
is
time
having
it is.
none of anyone's BS.
How can I resist this beauty? I believe the comm record will point you toward Vicina. You talk too much. Panther, Leon, let's go.
Listen, Panther may talk too
Remember
much,
this, Fox.
but
Star Wolf will take you down one day.
Panther may talk too much, but at least he told us what we wanted to know. We would have been gone. We wouldn't have done any of this. We wouldn't have taken out all the men in your base and embarrassed your team if you had just told us where Pigma was. My goodness.
All ships are home.
No metal,
That
but
was
that's
some
okay.
reunion, huh?
I would have been happy not seeing that face again.
Slippy, what are you talking about? You were inside the whole time. Hey, so that's another thing. You unlock the stages as you go along in multiplayer. Maybe near the end, I'll show off some of the multiplayer. Did he just flirt with her? Yes. Yes, he did. And that will not be the last time that he does. Maybe I'll show off multiplayer near the end of the stream tonight.
We have arrived at Vicina. This is where we lost track of Pignut.
Oh, this is my favorite level.
Just great. There's nothing here but snow and ice.
Uh-huh. But after they built the climate control center, the planet became inhabitable.
This is a crisis, team. From the look of things, the climate control generators, well, looks like it's been out of order for quite a while.
Great.
If this blizzard keeps up, the planet will once again become barren.
That's the opposite of good.
This is Pigma's world. Could it be laying a trap?
The way she says his name is really funny.
We can't fly our wings in this weather.
We have no choice. I'll go down and get the generator back up. If I can just get to the climate control center, we'll be okay.
Playing the hero again, huh, Foxy? Hey, more power to you, buddy.
Me? I hate the cold. I love Falco. He's great.
It makes me hibernate.
Slippy's adorable.
It's up to you, Fox. I'll make sure the others are ready to launch their R-Wings at any time.
Okay. This is my favorite stage in this game. There's so many cool things that happen here. I love it. Also, this is the second time we're going to use the Landmaster, and I'm really glad I switched to the other control scheme. Otherwise, this would be a nightmare.
Scan the control center.
Affirmative. The climate control center is protected by a shield.
All right. So to get in, we have to turn that shield off first.
Yeah, I guess you're right. No time for subtlety. I'm gonna have to blow up the generators.
Don't go overboard.
Yeah, I mean, the
Fox.
voice acting in this game can be a bit cheesy at times, but it's good.
Then get going
It's
and do
good
it. We're
cheese.
just spinning our
So
wheels
it's
here.
a nice Winsleydale,
Careful what you wish
Gromit.
for, Falco.
Seriously though, I love this game. So, here we have Landmaster. You basically need it for this
Shield
mission.
generators are being shown on your radar. There are 3 of them in all. It's up to you, Fox.
And yeah, so now that we've switched the other control scheme, the Landmaster actually controls like a tank. Who knew?
The shield generators themselves can't be destroyed.
Yeah,
You're
so
going to have to take out the power supply. Once you do, head into the climate control center.
these are the power supplies right here. Those big spinning green things. Strangest battery I've ever seen, but hey. Whatever boats your float there, people of Ficina. Also, you see that big cylinder thing right there? Remember that. That thing's gonna be important later.
I bet you can't see much, so steady your radar closely. There are lots of enemy swarms, so watch your step.
Yeah, it actually, genuinely though, it is at times hard to see on this stage. The snow effect is done really well. Or rather, like the storm, not just the snow. Like the wind and whatnot, it's really cool. And there are points where you're just like thinking to yourself, what am I looking at? See, more of a fan of SM64. They sounded a bit more serious than this one. See, that's the thing, actually. I personally, the voice, again, I think with the exception of Fox is, ironically, despite being the main character, is the exception in this game. The characters in this game, all the actors play really straight and play it really seriously. And the casting is great in my opinion, and the performances are really good. Like Falco and Peppy are big highlights in my opinion, and Slippy as well. Slippy is really good. They even got Slippy's voice actor to return for the little cameos in Brawl, both on Lilac Cruise and also for Snake's Codec Call. And I don't know, maybe personally, like, and again, going back to like Star Fox 64, Star Fox 64 has good voice performances, but they are a bit more hammy. You know, they're in my opinion, they're the vocal performances that are played up a little bit more, a little sillier. You know, not as serious. You know, they're fun. I do enjoy the performances. It's just like, it's a difference between like, I don't know what really to compare it to, for a point of reference, but I don't know. It's played more. I feel the voice performances are played more straight here. Yeah. Probably just the overall tone of the game. Exactly. This game does have more of a mature, kind of more serious tone. Again, it went for a teenage demographic. It was a teen-rated game. There we go. You know, this game went more for a cinematic vibe, is the thing. From, you know, the orchestral soundtrack to the more story-driven plot with the cutscenes and all. I personally, I love it. I eat it up. I think that this game has, while this game is short, I think that its story is really well told and really well executed. I don't know, personally I'm the kind of guy that I prefer short games I can play over and over again versus long games that I play once and never want to pick up again. And this game is absolutely one such case. And even though it is short, it's definitely a quality over quantity type game. I'm being fired on from a distance. Listen, Falco, if you think you can do better, you get down here. Mr. I hate the cold. Yeah. And again, like, not to speak ill of 64, because 64 is a great game. Not my personal favorite game of the series, but still good. Still a good game. I mean, it's a gosh darn Star Fox 64 for crying out loud. But personally, I prefer this game, and I don't think that's just nostalgia talking either. This game does have, again, as I was saying before, it does have a more serious tone with the art direction, with the story, with everything. So it makes sense that the voice cast would be taken in a different direction. And I personally feel the performances are a little better in some areas. I don't know. That's just me. I'm probably gonna get lynched now for saying something bad about Star Fox 64. Though the Star Fox fandom isn't really like that, from what I've noticed. It's not the kind of fandom that like will cancel you if you're like, this game was okay. This game was not that great. And my trigger is not working on my controller. That's great. That's good. If this enemy would open up and actually let me attack it, that would be swell. Yeah. You know, there's... Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just repeating myself at this point. Oi! Knock knock! Open up. Oh my gosh, am I going to lose my combo because of this enemy? I am, but you know what? 150 is really good. That's not the highest you can get on this stage, sadly. I've gotten a higher combo on this stage. Whoop. Personally, I felt that this kind of direction was like the natural... Here I am praising this game, and then this one obnoxious enemy appears and just grinds the gameplay to a halt. Personally, I felt this game was kind of like the natural next step for Star Fox. Because like the previous games, like you had like, you know, not to say anything bad about Star Fox Adventures, but we will disinclude Star Fox Adventures just because it was originally something else before it was Star Fox. In the previous, you know, other Star Fox games, aside from Adventures, it was all just, you know, okay, you're in the ship and you're on rails, or you're in the Landmaster and you're on rails. There was a few, you know, 3D spaces and whatnot in 64, where, you know, the all range modes areas where you were flying around a ship in 3D, and that was about it. You know, that was pretty much all you had. And then there wasn't too many of those, to my remembrance. It's been a while since I played 64 last tournament. And then this game comes along, and actually, I don't even need to fight this enemy. I don't know what I'm doing. I can just pop out and head in now. No way, Rob. I would have never guessed. But yeah, I don't know. And then even like including Adventures, which had, you know, let's see, I guess just like the whimsical voices and tone of 64, because the stuff is more memorable rather than more grounded and serious. See, I wouldn't... I do agree. I do agree that it goes for more of
What's wrong, Fox? Come in.
Yeah, no, I do agree with that style. Though I wouldn't say that anything in this game is necessarily unmemorable. I don't know. I mean, you're gonna hear me quoting this throughout the whole game.
Bots have taken a liking to me.
That must have been Pigma's work. I'm on my way. Hold on.
Yeah.
Admittedly, this is a harder game to talk during than Thousand Year Door is. Yeah, so now we have this little segment where the sentries, spies sapping my sentry, where the sentry bots are going to be coming after us.
Why in the world would those
And you just got to have them come after you.
I'm on my way.
Ow.
Do what you have to do and hold on. Dang, when am I going to get to that control center?
Actually, there's something coming up on the stage that that's really cool.
They can't sense me.
Come on.
What's going on here?
If the sentry bots
I don't know.
as an intruder, look out. They'll just keep coming to
But yeah, going back to what I was saying before, I feel that the direction this game went with having like the third person on ground, like on the ground stages, I feel was just kind of like a natural progression for Star Fox, because that guy got right in my face. Because like even back to like Star Fox 1, the characters had like blasters and whatnot in their designs. Then again, I barely played Assault, so how can I I mean, that's a good point. I wasn't gonna say that, but that is a good point. It's like, if it's something you barely played, how can you say it's less memorable? I don't want to start arguments.
Is that it?
But yeah, yeah, I just feel that this game was kind of a natural next step for Star Fox. It's kind of a shame, in my opinion, after they tried it, it was good and it worked well, that for future Star Fox games they just kind of went backwards and never revisited this kind of style again.
Quit complaining and climb aboard, will you?
All right.
Hey, just do me a favor and try not to fall off.
Try not to get
Just worry
shot
about not
down.
getting shot down, okay?
Not a problem.
So now, for something
Hey,
really
Short
cool.
Shot, get out your blaster and take care of our admirers, will you?
So, for this part of the stage, you ride on the wing of Falco's R-Wing with a frickin' plasma cannon.
Here I come,
You
Fox.
can't,
Let's tear it up.
you can't switch back to your regular blaster. And you have to shoot at enemies that are coming at you or are on the ground.
Fox, use the
Um,
plasma cannon.
And so, like, there's that thing over there. That'll lock onto us when it gets too close.
Someone on the ground's locked onto us.
Mostly talking from all I've seen rather than played. Yeah. I hope you're. I hope that I'm able to give you a good impression of this game from what I'm able to show off, because I really love this game. This is one of my favorite games of all time. this is really cool because this is like a neat little like variation on the regular on rails stages, because it's still an on rails shooting course, but instead you've got like full 360 movement, and instead have to fire at enemies that are all around you instead of just ahead of you. You don't have to shoot those like little aperoids that are on the ground, but they are there as cannon fodder, so I'm gonna shoot them.
Someone on the ground's locked onto us.
Whoa, get off me!
Oh, Slippy's in
Fox,
trouble.
you're hitting me. Fox, get the enemy behind me!
Already done,
Fox,
Slippy.
you're hit- Well, that was kind of a drill.
Also, you can hit Falco.
No joke, Slippy.
Thanks, Fox.
Where are you? Where are you? It doesn't.
Yo, Fox, you think
There we go.
blasting me is fun or something?
I do. It doesn't damage Falco at all if you shoot his ship. It's just kind of a funny thing you can do. How you doing, bud?
Pay attention, Fox. You're supposed to shoot the bad guys.
Really? I know.
Dang, someone on the ground's got a beat on
I thought that's what friendly fire was for. You're supposed to shoot your friends.
Calm down, Fox.
Really get him angry. How you doing, Falco? Hey, how you doing?
Better next time.
You better
Are
sleep
you
it.
okay, Slippy?
I love you, man.
Pull yourself together.
Oh, I'm not paying attention. Whoop. Let's see.
I've been followed.
I think this game is alright. Granted, I'm not. Yeah, admittedly, this game, it was received decently well, from what I remember. At the time of its release, people thought it was great, but didn't think it was like, oh, the best.
Fox, these guys are all over me. Get rid of them.
The sad thing is, there is a lot of, I wouldn't necessarily say like dedicated Star Fox fans, but there's a lot of folks out there who are very particular about what Star Fox is and isn't, and what it should and shouldn't be. Like, you know, critics and whatnot, who kind of act like if it doesn't hold up 64, then it's not good. At least that's what I've noticed.
Better, eh, Foxy?
And it's a shame, because this game tried some new things and you know, didn't do them necessarily perfectly, but did them really well. And it's a shame that
Is it bird season all of a
it
sudden?
is. It's Wabbit season.
Fox,
Yeah, just because
those
this game
bugs
didn't do
seem
things exactly
suspicious, so I
perfectly,
checked them
you know,
out, and
they
were
got dropped
aperoids.
afterwards, which is a shame.
Are you sure?
Yeah, aperoids must be able to take over other machines.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's true. And the one who's pulling their strings is me, Big
Plot twist, question mark.
Big Mom,
Up and at 'em, big fella.
what the? That's part of the engineering.
So remember how I said to remember that thing?
It's been infected
That's
by
why.
aperoids.
You dirty swine.
I wouldn't bother with me right now. That thing looks like it means business.
Danger, danger. Climate control center generator approaching critical overload.
Deal with Pigma later. Without the climate control center, we'll never stop the blizzards again.
Got it.
Yeah, that's not good. Oh, is this the first time we get to hear this song? I think it is. This theme is really good.
Control center's overloading.
So yeah, what we have to do is we now have... So, this is the confusing thing about this boss, right? Is that is the generator for the climate control center. We need to destroy it?
Complete. Bringing it up on the monitor.
Yeah. You'd think that you wouldn't need to destroy that.
Spitting out bad guys.
We need bombs to take it out. And there are no bombs around.
He won't get away.
Where are my bombs?
Let's waste these suckers and
Watch out! It's charging
Oh.
up energy!
Typically these... There's one. So the smaller enemies that pop out of the cannon when it opens
it's not holding anything back.
drop bombs. And you need to pick up those bombs in order to... Whoop. In order to take it out. Because I think you can damage it with just your regular laser fire, but it does best to use your bombs. Oh, I locked onto the wrong enemy. Oh yeah, and this boss has a time limit, which adds a little extra urgency. I had a clear shot. It's grab some of these. So this, one thing about this game is that it does have more of a serious / mature tone, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Honestly, I think it's really cool that this game kind of does that, because a lot of games, a lot of media nowadays, I feel is kind of afraid of taking itself too seriously, you know, which is good. But at the same time, you miss out on a lot of big opportunities for things, because everyone's so afraid to take themselves too seriously, nobody takes themselves seriously at all. Or at least not that much. And like this game, in my opinion, does it very well, where it's serious, it doesn't take itself too seriously, it knows what it is, but it still does well.
No matter how many of them we beat, there's no end. The hatch is open.
Yeah, the hatch is open, but I'm not facing the right way.
Inside that thing.
There we go. I had to ram my nose right into the front. Still got 2 minutes. There's a bunch of bombs because I've been destroying a bunch of enemies. And it's like, I don't know. Everybody's afraid of being called cringe, so nobody tries to really do anything too serious. And instead you see a lot of self-aware stuff. Personally speaking, I'm tired of self-aware things. It was cool at first, but it's like, now everything has to be self-aware, and it's like, well, can't you just take yourself seriously? Can't you just have confidence in what you're trying to do and just... Whoop! There we go. Gonna abandon ship the last second. Woo! See, I believe there's supposed to be a balance between serious and lighthearted tone in terms of voice. Audiences will listen to a character's tone and to match it to the scene. Yeah. And personally, I think this game does that really well with the voice cast.
This is Fox. The climate control center generator is undamaged.
Again, Fox's delivery could be a bit better, but there is a good balance of like character voices and then the characters being themselves and having that kind of lighthearted energy, but then delivering their lines.
Strong wills can be easily turned to evil.
Like Peppy's voice here is great.
Those without strong wills, allies or enemies.
I'm gonna stop defending this game because nobody's going after it.
That sounds like someone I know.
Aurora Borealis! I'm just gonna shut up and just enjoy the game instead of trying to defend it.
Was I just talking in my sleep? No, I won't turn a profit by obeying them.
Believe it or not, we're almost already like halfway through the game. This next stage is like the actual like halfway point. So it's like 10 stages. Again, this game is short. See, we got the max combo.
Climate control center still working. Nice job.
This game is short, but in my opinion, it's a really solid short experience. Like, I've played through this game multiple times. People use self-aware humor way too recklessly. It should be used sparingly and cleverly. Yes, exactly. I agree. That's how I feel about it. It's like, it can be done well. When a self-aware joke catches you off guard, it's like, oh, hey, that's funny. It's great. But when it's just... when it's things that are like, isn't this bad? And it's like, okay, stop it.
You think you found a safe place to run to? You think we're gonna give up and go away?
Falco's
Don't mess
pissed.
with us, Pigma.
So, is this like an amusement park to a former gang member?
You know it.
I love him.
All right. This time we'll get that core memory from Pigma.
Let's see. I'm guessing people are too busy hating on adventures to hate this. Yeah! People are too busy hating on adventures and ignoring command than to really give this game any attention. Which, you know what? It sucks because I love this game, but you know. What familiar ships?
Hey, was that?
It could
Ow.
be, could it? Is that the wolf?
So was Wolf and his team that got this?
You probably shouldn't shoot these asteroids, admittedly, because they do become a bit harder to dodge. More pieces are strewn about. Whoop!
Watch out! Something's out there!
That's stinking
Da,
Pigma must have something to do with it.
And command. Yep. Command, though, we don't talk about. Oh, shoot. Falco's in trouble.
These ghouls don't give up. Fox, the guys in the rear are all yours. Can't shake 'em.
I'm trying. There we go.
Thanks
Yeah, we don't talk about Command. So here's the thing about Command, right? I've never played it myself. And I have
Thanks for lending me a hand
no
back
desire
there.
to. I don't know. I actually have played it. I played the multiplayer mode. I played it with my brother one time. And it was okay. But, I don't know. I don't like the art direction for that game. And I even more don't like the story. And so I have no desire to play it. I know, I'm a fake Star Fox fan. Oh! Got the S flag. Oh yeah, so these little things here are like these little, like, mites, these little worms. I don't know what they are, but they will try to grab you. And so you just kind of gotta dodge them. Also, those asteroids have lock-on technology, like Sega Genesis games. Like Sonic 3. Cool. Come on. There we go.
Phew, you saved me.
So there are
Thanks, Fox.
some really big benefits to let's see. Then they made dozens of mini missions and you control by using the touchscreen. Yeah, and from what I don't remember much from what I played of it. But the controls are kind of awkward. Oh shucks. The controls in that game are kind of awkward and mainly rely on the touchscreen. And it's a bloated mess, and it's got like 16 different endings, and half of them pretty much all of them suck. Yeah. There's like only like one really like good ending, and it's never confirmed what ending is canon or not. So even though there is a quote unquote, don't want to lose Falco. I don't want to lose. Did I just lose? There we go. You did lose Falco there. So yeah, despite the fact that there is a actual like best quote unquote ending, there is no confirmed best ending. Ow. I don't have enough time in my day to be negative about Command, so I won't. Slippy. Oh, thank goodness. I was gonna be really pissed if I missed that silver ring to save Slippy. Normally this is one of my lesser favorite stages in this game, but it actually does some really cool stuff. Like with where you go and how you travel. You go through different areas of this base. It's heavily implied that this was like a second base that either Oikumi or Wolf was having built. It bears a lot of resemblances to Sargasso. Let's see. They should just make a new Star Fox game already. They pretty much wipes Command from existing canon. I mean, they technically did, kind of, with Star Fox Zero. The only problem with Star Fox Zero is that because it's a soft reboot, it also erases Adventures and Assault from the canon, which sucks.
Hold it, Fox. Look.
Pigma's ship?
Fox.
Pigma!
Yeah, so Pigma's attached to the space station. Yeah, so Pigma is now part of it. That whole giant space station we just flew through, that is Pigma. Sleep tight, kids.
What is that thing? Looks like Pigma's already gone. Who or what are you?
We will answer. We are the ultimate existence. You cannot resist us. You will join us.
We're not buying that garbage.
He can hear us, but he's not listening.
Fox, the core memory that Pigma stole must be inside that thing.
Okay, everyone. Attack!
So I was gonna say before, don't mind me while I just appreciate this game.
Shield announcement
Um,
complete. Bringing it up on the monitor.
See, I think I have my own ideas for like what my dream Star Fox game would be. I think what they could do is they could literally just pick up from where this game left off, because this game ends on a really good note, and I seriously think they could just make a new Star Fox game that takes place right after this, or even just like, I don't know, say screw it and like remake Adventures or something. Or just like make a game that like retells maybe like Adventure Story and retells this game's story. Thing is, so I've in recent years, like one of the things I've wanted like most like in Nintendo Directs has been like, oh, would be like a remake of this game with like, you know, really wanted that ring and I didn't get it. Something I've kind of wanted for a while would have been like maybe a remake or a remaster of this game. Thing is, as a Star Fox fan, I'm genuinely tired of remakes. They've remade Star Fox 1 like 4 times now. Because you've got Star Fox 1, and then you've got Star Fox 64, and then you've got Star Fox 64 3D, and then you've got Star Fox Zero, which are all the same game from like a narrative perspective. And personally, I just want them to make a new one. Preferably if it took place like after this game. That'd be great. But you know, you might even say that resistance is futile.
It's working.
Yeah, Pigma really did do his makeup tutorials wrong. Who's he getting tips from? That's what I want to know. Oh shucks. That's gonna fire.
That energy reading's huge. Move your tail, Fox.
I could fire at him, but come on. Oh, he has such a tiny sliver of health left. There we go. Got him. Woo! Mission complete! No one-liner, nothing to say, just an observation that another character has just died. A lot of characters die in this game.
All ships are home. Let's take a break.
Let's send this core memory to General Pepper.
You know what, a break is a good idea. I will be right back. I just have to use the bathroom real quick. And then I will return. Let's see, it'd probably be different if Zero didn't bomb financially. Yeah, here's the thing though. Zero didn't have to bomb financially. If Zero had like, I don't know, if Miyamoto wasn't so dead set on remaking Star Fox 64 for the second time, and if instead of just cramming a bunch of ideas and tech demos and the thing about Star Fox Zero is that, I'm sorry if I'm getting a little angry about this, but the topic of Star Fox Zero does frustrate me a little bit because that game had so much potential. If Star Fox Zero has an incredible identity crisis where it doesn't know what it wants to be. It doesn't know if it wants to be a new Star Fox game, if it wants to be Star Fox 64, if it wants to be Star Fox 1, if it wants to be Star Fox 2. It doesn't know what game it wants to be, and so it winds up being this confused mess. And it's sad because they should have just made a new one instead of just remaking 64 again and shoving some new stuff in it. It could have been great, seriously. It had so much potential, and it frustrates me as a Star Fox fan because I wish that game was good, but it's not. Normally I'm the kind of guy where I don't just like put down games and never finish them without like a good reason. Like unless it's a game that like I put down and I just forget about because I get busy or life comes up. Star Fox Zero is a game that I put down and did not finish intentionally. I could not bring myself to beat that game. That is how much it frustrated me. That game brought me nothing but pain and suffering and sorrow. And it could have been so much better, and it makes me kind of sad. Wow, do you talk fast when you're angry or ranting? I do. It happens. I start going. Star Fox Zero makes me angry because it could have been great. It had so much potential. Potential which was missed, which was lost, was cast aside to the wind without another thought. Yeah, I'll be right back. I have to use the bathroom. Yeah. I'll put the... I don't have a proper BRB screen yet, so we'll just... Boop. There we go. Be right back. And I have returned. I hope my audio isn't really loud, by the way. If it is when I'm ranting, I'm sorry. I've been having technical difficulties with getting the audio levels just right for the past few weeks now. So I hope it's not too loud, but I hope that I'm at an ample level where when I'm ranting and raving and passionate about things, that I'm not screaming your ear off. Let's see. I actually finished Zero with 50 out of 70 medals so far. It was alright, but yeah, could have been better. I love how they implemented stuff from other games like the Chicken Walker from 2, and how the final fight with Andross is a mix between his 1 and 64 designs. Yeah, I mean, again, Zero has some cool ideas. There's definitely some interesting stuff that it does. But it's like...
We've retrieved the core. It should reveal the location of their homeworld, right?
This cutscene's pre-rendered.
Indeed, the time to face the Aperoid Queen has come. The source of all Aperoid will, the Queen herself, makes her vile nest on their home planet. As long as the Queen exists, the Aperoids will continue to multiply.
Understood. We're on our way.
Fox. I'm sensing a distress call from planet Sauria.
Sauria? From Tricky?
I'm not sure, but I sense cries of agony.
Yeah, apparently Sauria has been reduced from a solar system to a single planet. I don't know.
Fox, look at that. It's horrible.
What have they done to Sauria's dinosaurs? This is unforgivable.
Aperoid hatchers. This must be how they multiply. If we can destroy those hatchers, we might just have a chance.
Okay, let's move. Crystal and I will head down to the surface. Falco and
Again,
Slippy,
this is another
the skies
stage
are
where a
yours.
character joins you on the surface and doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
What are you two doing? Let's go!
Yeah, stop flirting, you lovebirds. Come on, guys. Let's get our head in the game. Yeah, Zero does have some cool ideas and whatnot behind it. It's got cool ideas with poor implementation, in my opinion. It's cool on paper, not in practice. And it could have done a lot of things much better. And I don't know, it would have been cool to see it try to expand on things more. Like, instead of just expanding on the ideas of past games, to have done new things that were actually good, but also try to expand on the universe and the world and whatnot. Like, I hate to keep harping on this same point again, but it's, you know, listen, if people can rag on the new Super Mario Bros. Games for being the same thing over and over again, I actually kind of like those games. Then I can rag on Star Fox Zero for being the same game for the third time.
Okay.
Love to see a remake port of Zero on Switch, however, I'm not sure it'd be possible with traditional controls with how the game is designed. I don't want to see Zero come back on Switch because I don't like Zero. I'm sorry. I hate. I'm being such a negative, grumpy, curmudgeon old fart on this stream, and I'm really sorry about that. But this is an opinion I've had because like people say like, oh, you know, Star Fox Zero is like the last like Nintendo game that's still Switch exclusive. That's like a big deal, other than like Nintendo Land. And like I have a feeling that most of the people who want Star Fox Zero ported to Switch never played it. Is there technical difficulty? Oh! The technical difficulty screen is not supposed to still be there. Thank you, Mario Simpson. You guys missed out on that cutscene. You know what? We're so not far. Do you guys want to go back and see that cutscene again? Because I'll go back.
Enemy ship down.
I'll go back. It's a cool cutscene. I'll go back. I feel silly. We'll go back. That's fine. You know what? It's fine. But yeah, I really am sorry if this is becoming a very negative stream with me ranting about Star Fox. It's just that Slippy is in trouble and needs help. It's just that this is something you know, it's a franchise, it's a series I really, really like. And it's just kind of sad because like I know they could do so much better with it. I know it could really be something amazing if it wasn't held back. It's just sad in my opinion. I totally think the idea of having like the Star Fox team being, you know, out of their cockpits and on the surface is a cool idea. And it's something they've played with in Smash Brothers and whatnot. And like even going back to like Star Fox 1, you know, the designs of the characters. Fox has always had like a blaster on his hip. Come on. It's okay if you want to play the cutscene again. Go ahead. You know what? I think we will. Just because you guys missed out on it. We'll go be... there we go. It's a cool cutscene. I think it's neat. And I'm embarrassed. See, this is what happens. This is what happens when I get negative, is things start going wrong. I'd have to play it again, yeah, as much as I like to have it... As much as I'd like it to have a second chance on the Switch, I'm not sure it'd be possible with the motion... to a screen. Exactly. I think they really should just do a new game. That's what I think. They should just do a new Star Fox game. Not a remake, not a remaster. Just... find a spot to pick up from, whether it's this game, whether it's Zero, and just start going from there.
It should reveal the location of their homeworld, right?
That's right, Fox. Indeed, the time to face the Aperoid Queen has come. The source of all Aperoid will, the Queen herself, makes her vile nest on their home planet. As long as the Queen exists, the Aperoids will continue to multiply.
Understood.
I love how I'm still silent despite the fact that we already saw this cutscene.
I'm sensing a distress call from Planet Sauria.
Sauria? From Tricky?
I'm not sure, but I sense cries of agony.
There we go. We got that cutscene again. Personally, I think a time travel plot could be really cool for a Star Fox game. You know? There was a Starlink game on Switch. That I heard was pretty good. That was also on Xbox and PlayStation, but the Star Fox stuff was exclusive.
This is unforgivable.
Aperoid hatchers. This must
I
be
think
how
a
they
time travel
multiply.
plot could work really well for Star Fox.
If we
Then
could
you could
destroy
even
those
have like,
hatchers, we might
you could
just
tie
have
the
a
whole
chance.
franchise together
let's
because
move.
you could like,
Crystal and
using
I will
time
head down to
travel,
the
you could
surface. Falcon
maybe
and
you could
Slippy,
have like
the skies are yours.
James from the past. You could have Marcus from the future. You could somehow throw Crystal back in there and make all the fans happy. Bring Faye and Miu back in. You know, bring these fun characters. Have multiple playable characters. Have great like, have you know, co-op multiplayer. There's so much you could do with Star Fox. I especially think that even like, here we are restarting this mission again. Again, it doesn't just come from a place of, you know, bias or anything, but I think you really could work and build off of this game's gameplay. to make something really interesting and something really cool with Star Fox. And just keep, building off of what's there. Don't necessarily repeat the same ideas, but instead build off of them. Fine-tune them, See, that's what I was talking about before with Slippy. It's like, Slippy doesn't really get pushed around in this game as much as he did in previous games. Where he actually puts Falco in his place. Which I think is cool. This game's got some good character interactions and good development. That's not worth wasting this gun on. There we go. So yeah, this is supposed to. This stage is based on. Whatchamajig? It's based on Star Fox Adventures. This is based specifically off of. It's weird. This stage is a strange combination of the Walled City and Thorntail Hollow. But it works really well in my opinion. I want to avoid that health kit for now. That's just an exit, so we're not going to go down there. But the actual hatcher we're looking for is on the other side of the cave. We're going to throw a little grenade in there. That's going to hurt me. There we go. Whoop! Oh, that's what I get for trying to be careful. No, Slippy, I'm not. There we go.
Target destroyed.
You did it, Fox!
So now, when we go to exit the cave, we'll be just in time to go help out Slippy.
Darn it! I'm being chased.
I'm coming, buddy. Yeah, I am. Let's see. Maybe they could make a new game that comes either after Zero or Assault, and they could use it to market the NSO game to get people caught up. Yeah. Honestly, this a Star Fox game with online would be really cool because like they've done similar with I go to Splatoon as like the point of reference because that's pretty much the only other shooter that really Nintendo has out right now. Slippy, where are you? There you are. But I could easily see them doing matchmaking and making that kind of another big ticket item with Nintendo Switch Online. It's like, hey, here's this Star Fox game as well, because Nintendo doesn't really have any shooters. Is the thing, like probably, obviously, there's other ones that are on Nintendo's consoles. I want to just get out of the way of these. There we go.
This is Slippy. We've discovered new enemies up here.
There are shooters on Switch, but there's not really that many like first-party Nintendo ones. The only real one that's out there, to my knowledge, at least, is Splatoon. And so I think it'd be cool if if they brought back Star Fox and then just made that Nintendo's designated sort of like third or even first-person shooter. I think Star Fox works better as a third-person shooter than it would in first-person. That's a bad place to land. This is an even worse spot, but we're sticking with it. And yeah, have online play. That would be great. So we are going after hatchers. So this stage is kind of cool because it has the mic gauge in it, much like the Sargasso hideout. But instead of just having it be Crystal says, I see no dinosaurs. And then there's one right here. Yeah, this stage mixes both the mic gauge and the hatchers. Which works really well. And I think this stage actually kind of executes it a little bit better than the Sargasso hideout does. Because you can more directly influence one with the other. Like, you can go after the hatchers in the R-Wing, and you can go after the enemies on the ground with the Landmaster. Unlike the Sargasso hideout, where it's just you're either inside or outside. Sargasso works really well for introducing the mechanic, and then I think this stage works really well for expanding upon it. Sort of like what they do a lot in Mario, where in a lot of Mario games where like they'll introduce a mechanic in a stage and then like maybe only have it appear for like one more stage, but really go in depth with it on that stage.
Got it.
Ah, there it is.
Target destroyed.
That's it, Fox.
Man.
There are only a few hatchers left.
He says despite the fact that there are 4 of them. I guess 4 could be a few. Let's see. Splatoon is a third-person shooter, if I remember correctly. Not first. Did I say it was first? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say. If it sounded like I was saying Splatoon was a first-person shooter, that's not what I meant. I know it's a first. That was my brain not working correctly. Now I gotta go help Falcon.
Got it.
I could have just stayed in the Landmaster, but don't worry, buddy, I gotcha. Whoop. I could have stayed in the Landmaster to help Falcon, but I figured it'd be easier to take care of him in the air. Yeah, those big enemies that like just drop bombs take up so much space on the gauge.
Take out all the factories as soon as possible.
That must be a translation error, because they're never called factories anywhere else.
Got it.
Hello. See, how much longer do you think you'll be streaming? I'm probably gonna go until. I'm probably gonna go for like another half hour, 10 minutes maybe. Definitely to the end of the stage at the least. I usually end off around 10. I know you've got some plans, and I thank you very much for stopping by tonight, Jay.
Watch out for the blasts.
I thought that I might be able to do this game in one stream, because it is admittedly pretty short, but that's okay. Halfway is better than nothing.
Target destroyed.
There we go.
Done, Fox. 3 more hatchers to hit.
Enemy ship down.
Got it.
Some of the best stages in this game are some of the early ones, like this one, Ficino, which is like one of my favorite stages in the game. Really some of the best stages in the game. Let's just run that over. There we go. So something I find kind of funny about this game. I mean, to be fair, there are a few instances going into first-person view, but it's either scripted instance or you're using a. I've actually never played Splatoon myself. Actually, no, that's a lie. I have played it. When the demo version of Splatoon 2 was made exclusive to Switch Online users, I played it then. It's one of those games that I would like to pick up and I would like to check out one of these days, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Where? Ah, they are in there. If I don't aim up, these enemies are just gonna keep spawning. There we go.
Fox. That leaves 1 hatcher to go.
Oh yeah, this building's like, oh, that's weird. This is empty. Dun dun dun. Been flanked. Let's see. I'm thinking Sports Playtest starts in just a while, but it does go on for the rest of the weekend. Got more times during the day, so I can probably stay if you're not logging off right away. I'm not logging off right away. I do appreciate it if you want to stick around. That means a lot to me that you would that you'd want to stick around for the rest of the stream. Though again, if you want to go do that, don't let me hold you up. I would hate to be a burden or a roadblock of some kind. I would also hate to start doing an accent and then immediately forget what accent I'm doing.
This is Slippy. We've discovered new enemies up here.
That big bulbous one right there. See if I can. Let me see if I can take care of that from here. But you can't play Splatoon 2 online without a. Yeah, yes, this is true. I gotta fix the axis. That's okay. See. Despite it being literally 90% of the game, thanks Nintendo. Oof. Oof. That's gonna get a big ol' oof from me on there, Chief. That sucks. That's a bit of a shame that like most of the game is locked out if you don't. Yeah, oh yeah, I hadn't even thought about that. Cause like multiplayer aspect of that game is like it's lifeblood, for lack of a better term. And yet that's, you have to first buy the game and then you have to. Oof. Let's see, I'm happy chatting here. It's kind of too late to get. Yeah, that's true. And I appreciate you sticking around. Do I have a? I have a grenade. Fire in the hole. That went the wrong way. There we go. I'm gonna throw 2 of those in there for good measure. Yep.
Hardly see any dinosaurs.
It looks like even the shark claw tribe's been wiped out.
That's interesting because, like,
Planet is totally
even though it's weird, like Star Fox Adventures was a game that at the time wasn't too poorly regarded from what I remember. Like, people were pretty okay with it, but then once everyone realized, wait a second, this isn't Star Fox, this is Dinosaur Planet. I feel like once people really realized what happened with Star Fox Adventures, people got less down with it. Oh, this stage is over. I don't remember this stage being that short. This is a really good cutscene coming up. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Star Fox Adventures. So like with Star Fox Adventures, I feel like people didn't really get super critical about it until a little while later after it came out. And it's kind of cool how this game like, despite the fact that a lot of the stuff was still owned by Rareware, and Nintendo couldn't really do anything with it. I think it's really cool that that this game still tried to like expand on some of the lore and story and whatnot from Star Fox Adventures by including Planet Saria, and by doing some stuff there, playing with other players. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry about that. This is mission 6.
Looks like almost all the asteroids have been wiped out.
Sauria should be safe for a long time to come.
Tricky! Fox! Crystal! I knew you'd come! Thank you so much!
Tricky! So heavy! Ouch!
Rip Fox's spine. This cutscene I think is really great.
Fox, you're here to fight him, right? Well, I'm going with you!
I appreciate it, but you're needed here, old pal. Besides, I'm leaving Saria in your care. Remember, you're the leader here now, Tricky.
Okay. I'll do it! Yeah! I'll take care of things here, so you two can come back on your honeymoon!
What are you, nuts? We're not yet,
Not yet!
I mean, this isn't a conversation for children.
No conversation for children, despite the fact that Tricky is clearly supposed to be an adult here. Kind of, maybe. I'm not sure.
All right, that's enough, boys.
Yeah. It is nice though, because it's the Adventures isn't that bad. I played it recently, and I actually wound up enjoying it a lot.
Everyone, heed closely what I'm about to say. While you were on Saria, a colossal asteroid armada appeared.
Oh, that's bad.
The majority of the Cornerian defense fleets was decimated.
That's not good.
How could this happen? While we were busy, they...
The one silver lining is that you are all okay. You're our last hope, Star Fox.
As usual.
The invasion is progressing at an incredible speed.
Ow, my neck.
Rob, what are the conditions on the surface?
Radar jammers are in place. Radar use is impossible. Dang it!
The enemy is using radar jamming devices based on technology we know nothing of.
Good.
That's not important. We can still demolish them.
Possibly. But you must attack them directly from the surface.
Big hot take. Tricky should have stayed with...
Please, Fox, I'm already...
General Pepper!
Oh no! He's in serious trouble.
Forget this. I'm going planetside to take out the radar jammers.
What? Going solo again?
We can't take the risk of all of us.
Yeah, Falcon's like, come on, let me be playable for once. I want to be the main character.
Next.
Yeah, whatever. Just get out of here and smash those blasted radar jammers, will you?
I mean, it would have been interesting if Tricky had gone with them, but at the same time, it wouldn't have made sense canonically because, like, Crystal didn't have a home planet to go back to because her home planet was destroyed. Tricky is the prince of the Earthwalker tribe, so he's kind of supposed to stay because, you know, that way he'll be able to lead his tribe eventually when his parents are no longer around to do it or when they just, like, step down from the position. But your opinion is your opinion, and I respect that opinion, and it could lead to an interesting story.
Did they say this is Corneria?
Yes, it is.
This is Fox. I'm going to destroy the radar jammers.
Don't worry about all the enemies. Concentrate your fire on the radar jammers.
Understood.
So this stage is great. So the main focus here is to use the sniper rifle to take out the radar jammers. I actually don't think you can take them out with any other weapon. So you need to use the sniper rifle in order to do anything.
Got it, Peppy. Consider all of them toasted.
Let's see. The first Star Fox game was, well, I started late, Star Fox 64 3D. I played the OG SNES game, 64 Bits of Adventure, 64 3D, and 0. That's interesting. It's funny. I didn't wind up actually playing 64 until I played my brother's copy of 64 3D. Something I want to point out real quick that I can use the sniper rifle to see is that these enemies here, they're not just Aporoids. They're infected Cornerian soldiers. And you have to kill them. That's messed up. I mean, Tricky had a way bigger presence in Adventures than Crystal. Then again, I'm not too adept in Star Fox lore, so what do I know? I mean, no, I would agree with that. He did have a bigger presence in the game than Crystal did, and so it would have made more sense for him to stick around as a character. But I don't really know what they could have done with him, to be honest. You know? I don't know. I don't really know what they could have, like, done with his character continuing on from there, since, you know, he's completely different. I mean, you know, everyone else in the Star Fox games are on 2 legs, and he's a quadruped. So I don't know how that would have worked, but it still could have been interesting. He'd be like Fox's dog. That's a weird sentence. Yeah, in actuality, I think Adventures was my first Star Fox game, because I played that before I played this game. So there's that. Despite that, I've never actually beaten Adventures myself. Where am I going? I'm just I'm aiming I can't speak. I am wandering aimlessly. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, something you have to be careful about in this stage is that whenever you use the sniper rifle, no matter where you are, the radar jammers will instantly lock onto you and begin to open fire. It does not matter where in the stage you are. It does not matter what you are doing. If you are looking down the scope of the sniper rifle, they're coming for you. Let's see. There's you. There you are. Come on, turn around.
Watch out for enemies.
Fiddlesticks! Who? You. Let's see. Something that would have been worked better, way better if Trigger was answered like Fox. This is very true. I mean, they could have always pulled an Archie Sonic where later Archie Sonic rather, where some of the quadruped characters became Anthro as well. But that would have been confusing and weird. I don't know. Ow. These little fellas on the walls. There is no Landmaster in this stage. So you really have to just test your skills on the ground. A lot of really well designed levels in this game, in my opinion. And pretty much every level in this game is playable in multiplayer. If I haven't said it 15 times already, the multiplayer is one of the best parts of this game. There's another radar jammer over there. There's another one over there. There's one behind that building. So I'm going to have to make my way over there, unless I can see it from here. Ooh, there you are. Hello. Good dog. Oh. He can't hit me, and I can't hit him. It's a very interesting situation. Come on. Open up. There you go. Woo! Health kit I'm not going to use, because I don't want to waste it. There's a point later on in this stage where you have to help out both Crystal and Slippy. Oh, and you will note that, like, from a function standpoint, the more radar jammers we take out, the more of our radar we actually can use. I don't know, I just had more of attachment to Tricky than I did Crystal. Yeah. No, yeah. You do get more attached to him as a character than you do Crystal. She is just kind of the waifu, unfortunately, of Star Fox. Which is kind of... It's sad because there's a lot of really cool things that can be done with her character. But unfortunately, because of how she was introduced and how she was very much presented throughout the franchise, she just kind of gets this bad reputation as the waifu character. And again, to be fair, that's for the most part what they do with her. So it's a shame. I wound up doing, maybe I'll show the art after this stage. Speaking of which, this is the part of the stage where we have to go save Crystal, and I am nowhere near her.
This is awful. The city's been annihilated. Can't let these scumbags get any cockier, Fox.
Shucks, this is bad because I'm really far away. Where? Yeah, I know you're hit. I'm trying to save you. Oh, this is bad.
Watch out for the enemies lurking behind the buildings.
Where are you? It's like, what are Slippy and Falco doing right now? They should be really helping Crystal right now. Not me. If this could lock on to the right enemy. Oh my gosh, don't lock onto that, lock onto him. Listen, I never said this game was perfect. I said I loved this game, but I didn't say it was without flaw. Did I get him?
Thanks, Fox.
Good.
I think I may have taken some damage.
No way. But yeah, it's a shame because I definitely think Crystal has a lot of potential as a character, but she doesn't really get used the best. I did a personal redesign of Crystal about a year ago, actually. Maybe I'll show the art after stream. Just kind of keeping her design more in line with the rest of the Star Fox cast, while also maintaining her as a character. Yeah, I've seen a lot like from character designers. Also can have an uncomfortable phobia of detailed sexualized anthro animals. Yeah, that doesn't help. That they definitely over detailed her character in that way. I do agree. Yeah. There are a lot of these fellas around. It's interesting because like when you see people who try to fix Crystal's character, and really just a lot of characters in general, I've noticed a lot that generally when you see people trying to fix or present like strong female characters in media, you usually see them taking that quite literally and making female characters in media very masculine. Which, there's nothing inherently wrong with that, but from what I've seen from a lot of, women who play video games, is that oftentimes they don't necessarily want to play as, like, really masculine women. I certainly know, like, from talking to, like, my own sister. My sister likes playing as Crystal because she's a woman, and because of, like, the way that her character is designed, and how they very much play into her more feminine side. And so, like, with the idea of, like, implementing Crystal better in Star Fox and, like, maybe redesigning her, you definitely shouldn't lose those very feminine aspects of her design, but maybe don't play them up as much as Nintendo and Rareware did initially. I'd definitely say they toned it down in this game from how it was in Star Fox Adventures. And again, those opinions come from me, whom is a man and is not a woman, and thus cannot speak for women about character design, but you get my point. There are no more radar jammers in this area, I think. Right? Yes. I need to keep moving. This stage is really hard to keep your combo up on, because there's not too many, like, cannon fodder enemies. Wait, I missed one. Where are you? Where are you? How did I miss you? Where is it? Oh, where is it? Yeah, it's hard to keep your combo up on this stage because there's less cannon fodder enemies, so you really have to know exactly where all the radar jammers are. Ah, there you are. And how to approach them. Otherwise, you're going to be like me, and you're going to waste a lot of time and get nothing done. Good. I don't think we have to help anyone else on this stage. I think it's only Crystal that winds up needing help. Let me get out my sniper rifle and look around. Take care of those. Let's see, she looks okay here, but her in Adventures and especially Command really ruined her for me. Honestly, I actually really like her design in Command. As much as I dislike Command, I actually did like... I didn't like the art direction, but I did like her design in Command, where she was kept more in line with the other members of the Star Fox team by having the traditional, you know, jumpsuit and gray jacket with a headset design. The elements of that design I actually used in my personal redesign of Crystal that I did, which again, if I forget to show that at the end of the stream, do remind me, because I would like to show that, because I'm actually very happy with how that turned out, even though it's like a year old. Is he behind that pillar? He's behind that pillar. So I gotta climb that building. Woo! And there's another one behind me that I missed. Enemies up here? Oh, there are. Don't fire while pointing at the ground. That would be a bad idea. Alright, where is he? Where are you? Where is he? He's probably... You know what? I gotta go up. I'm gonna go up this building and find him from there, instead of just backtracking and looking from a slope. Again, I know I am taking a long time with these stages. Normally I don't play this game this slowly, but I'm just kind of going at a casual pace here. I might call it a night after this stage, actually, because it is getting late. It's 10. It's a little past 10 o'clock. By Command, I mean her story and her character. Yeah, oh no, I agree on that. I despise how Crystal is characterized in Command. That's one of the reasons why I dislike Command, is because all of the characters in that game, in my opinion, and this is coming from someone who has never played that game, but am very, but I'm pretty well acquainted. Oh! That's the first death. That's the first death. And now I have to start again.
There are more.
That's fine.
If we don't take them all out, we can't use
I am doing horribly.
Use a sniper rifle for far-off enemies. Fox,
Let's see, as long as it suits the environment, the proportions are right.
Yes.
I would bark in the correct. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't like Star Fox Command, is that I feel the characters are very, just absolutely butchered in that game's story, especially Fox and Crystal. Because like the game starts and the Star Fox team is broken up. Exactly. I'm channeling the powers of a certain sniper to get these good shots. You see. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, just the game starts with the Star Fox team like broken up, and Fox kicked Crystal out of the Star Fox team to keep her safe, and like that's well and good and sappy and great, but that's not like Fox's character at all, really. That's not how he is in like Adventures. It's not how he is in this game. It's like, why would Fox... Listen, I get it. Like, you know, Crystal is Fox's love interest. He wants to keep her safe. That's all well and good. If that's the case, and that's why he kicked her off the team, then why hasn't he kicked Slippy off the team? Slippy, who is canonically Fox's best friend. Why hasn't he kicked Peppy off the team? Peppy, who raised him after his father died. It's like, you know, it's dumb. It's very soap opera, and it makes me angry. Hello, I shoot you. Yeah, I don't like Command. I don't like it. And again, this game ends... I won't spoil the ending for this game, because we'll probably reach it at some point. But this game ends on a really good, like, phenomenal note. This game ends on an absolute high note. And it's just a shame, because then when they picked up the franchise with Command, it just went to such a low, in my opinion. But enough babbling about Command. Enough talking about how much I dislike that game. And again, it's a shame because I'm normally the kind of guy, I usually try to find positive in things. Like I'll usually, when I talk about something I don't like, I'll usually talk about the things it did right. For example, with Star Fox Zero, I will say that the overall presentation in that game is great. The characters look fantastic. The actual like art direction is very good. I really like the redesigns to the characters. I'm being really careless because I'm just rambling. Yeah, that game looks phenomenal and has such good art direction. I love how the Star Fox looks. I like how each member of the team, whilst having a uniform, has like their own kind of individual unique. Where are you? There you are. Has their own like unique and individual traits represented still through their design. Like Fox has the rolled up sleeves, and Slippy has like the big metal like I don't know what to call them, but like cuffs around the ends of his sleeves. And Falco has like kind of like bell bottom-esque sleeves for his wings. And same goes for Peppy, where like Peppy has like more like of a lab coat design for his jacket. And pair that with the colors and whatnot. Each character has their own individuality despite having a overall uniform design. And Crystal needs help. And that's something I really do like about Star Fox Zero is the character designs are great. Also, the freaking like anime special they made, Star Fox Zero: The Battle Begins, is great, and I rewatch frequently. Like I rewatch it every once in a while. And it's like, oh, it's good. I wish they had done like a full Star Fox anime series. Nothing wrong with talking about things you don't like from time to time. The problem arises when it's constant and aggressive and you're speaking objectively. As if you're speaking objectively. Yeah. Enough being negative, Nancy. Time to turn to a fun, positive page. Exactly. That's what I say. We can have our negatives and whatnot, but you know what? I don't want to focus on the negative because I ain't got the time,
Watch out for enemies behind you too, Fox.
Peppy, they are right in front of me.
Fox, are you alright?
I need a health kit. Ooh, there's something dropping bombs. There you are.
These things, you think they could be...
Oh yeah, something to note about some of the enemies in this stage is, see like those things there? Those things are again, going back to what I was saying before about like the Cornerian fighter pilots, or the Cornerian army, Cornerian soldiers. Those things look so much like our wings, don't they? Isn't that weird? It's like, there's a lot of really subtle things like that in this game where it's like, you see the infected Aperoid soldiers, the infected soldiers is like, oh my gosh, those guys are, those are our boys. We gotta kill our own guys. It's like, oof. Where is he? How is he shooting me? I think he's dead now. Yeah. Let's see. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Oh, that's right. He's around the other side. Hey, boys. Whoop. Yep. I really need to be using my barriers better. There is a health kit on the other side of that. I'm going to grab it. This is one of my favorite songs from this game. The soundtrack to this game I could go on and on about for hours. And again, you know what? Saying, I think they stole model design? Huh?
Doing great, Fox.
I'm not sure. I'm sorry if I'm just not using my brain to not know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, but saying something positive actually about Star Fox Command is that I do. This is the perfect opportunity. Is that I actually do really like Crystal's design in that game. I think when she has the design that looks like the rest of the Star Fox team with the jacket, and headset, and whatnot, it actually looks really good. Where is that radar jammer? Is it behind that building? Because I can tell it's there by the big garbled acid mush on the radar, but I don't. Ah, there you are. There he is. There's the guy. Where are you? There you are. Pew! Okay. Also, if you'll just, I'm not gonna say anything much about my hit counter right now, except for nice. Whoop. There you are. There's only one more after this. Whoop. There we go. One left.
Impressive, Fox. I'll have to rethink my opinion of you.
Only a few targets left.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna grab that health kit so I can use it. I have not been looking for the S flags at all. I forget what the S flags unlock. They unlock something. Well, so something interesting about the unlockables in this game is that good dialogue. Something to know about the unlockables in this game is there's actually a couple region-locked unlockables, things that are only available in the Japanese version that aren't available in the US version. There's whatchamacallit. So you can unlock Xevious by getting all the friendship medals, which are the medals you get for not letting any of your teammates die on a mission. And in the Japanese version of the game, you can unlock a couple other NES Namco games, like Battle City, and one other that I forget which one it is. And those you get for... Oh, hello. Oh, there you are. We're just gonna pop... There we go. How you doing? And it's kind of weird in my opinion that they cut those from the game for some reason from the English release. I'm being very careless. Yeah, those are just not in this version. Because again, you can get them in. Oh yeah, you get them for getting all the gold and silver medals, I believe. But again, they just cut them from this version for some reason. Do enemies spawn if I stand here? No. And there's the one up. Let's see. There is one more, and it should be right above me. Where it? Oh, well, it knows I'm here. I don't know it's here, but it certainly knows I am. Hey, yo, chump. Yeah, yo. See this? Ah. Oh. I'm caught in the crossfire. There we go. Hey, Cyclops, over here. Yeah. Bang! Yeah! Name's Fang the Sniper, and don't you forget it, pal. Alright. So yeah, now that we've taken out all the radar jammers, we just gotta go grab our ship. Also, there's another S flag hidden here. Yeah. Actually, there's some items over here. But you'll note that, oh, we got a cutscene. Oh boy.
What the? Oh. Guess I let my guard down.
You're a pitiful sight, pup.
There he is.
Wolf!
There he is.
Wolf! What are you doing here?
You're the one who dropped in unannounced.
Um,
And if anyone's gonna tan your hide, it's gonna be me.
I love the dynamic between the two of them.
Wolf.
Wipe that stupid look off your mug. We're not done yet.
So, you know how I said how Fox is like the exception to the voice cast in this game? That cutscene, I think, is Fox's weakest line delivery. With the exception of the yell as he jumps off the building. That's actually pretty good. Oh, shush, Leon. Just for that, I'm shooting Wolf.
What are you aiming at? It's
You.
the enemy, Fox.
This stage is also really cool because it does the wing riding segment. Wrong franchise. Go home, Sniper, sir. Sorry, I couldn't resist. just having a little fun with it, that's all. Hang out for a car ride. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Also, yay, Wolf. Hey, have a great night, Mario Simpson. Thanks for stopping by. It was nice having you. And drive safe, my guy.
When this is all done, I want a first-class meal.
Remember how I said before that Sargasso wouldn't be the last time that Wolf would flirt with Crystal? It's gonna happen. It happens all throughout this mission. I love this whole segment. Like, this whole... Oh. As much as I think the sniper rifle segment isn't necessarily the strongest part of the game. But this mission in general is really good. Where? There it is. Oh! Some of these enemies, it's just wise to, like, find a good position where they're going to fly and just let them kind of fly into your crosshair.
It's the enemy, Fox.
Oh, these guys are obnoxious.
They look like sturdy little monsters, don't they?
They are.
You're doing okay. I'd expect nothing less from my rival.
Looks like I'm better than the bird.
Oh, shush, Leon.
Looks like we can rely on you.
Look, I see Slippy's over here like, you know what? You guys are pretty good. You guys are doing great. Everyone else is like, is talking smack about each other. And meanwhile, Slippy's in here being Mr. Positive. I love Slippy. He's in here being like, you know what? You guys are cool. You're doing great. Ow, sorry, Wolf. It was an accident, my friend.
Looks like they got a thing for us. The battle's on, Fox.
Oh, I hate these things so much.
You want to ride on my wing, Crystal?
As long as I'm covering Fox.
Ayo, shot down. Denied. Sorry, Panther.
These things again.
Oh, this is cool because these things appear more and more as you pass the buildings. Like, what?
Sorry about what happened earlier, Fox.
It's okay.
Shut your trap, lizard.
You and I are gonna scrap. I love Falco's characterization in this game. His design, his voice, his attitude. Ah. Where?
Fox, one of these scum
An accident. It was an accident. Listen. I'm shooting it because I thought it would be funny. Where is it?
Riding's quite a thrill.
I'm looking forward to the day I can fight you.
Ooh. I can't lock on to these enemies for some reason. And I'm getting distracted by them. And thus am doing poorly.
gotten a bit better, eh, Fox?
I think it's kind of cool how, like, throughout this whole...
Quit your croaking, Toady.
Man, Slippy just wants to get in on the action. He's seen everybody else having fun, wants to be part of it. I think it's really cool, though, that, like, despite the fact that there is such, like, deeply rooted rivalry between the Star Wolf and Star Fox team, that, like, in this level, you see, like, they kind of have a camaraderie for each other, like a rivalry. But everyone has a respect for each other, but still, it's like, we're enemies, you know?
Is that the General's flagship?
Is that you, Fox? Too late.
This boss is not easy.
General, it can't be. They took me. My body is no longer under my control. No. This is my final request. Destroy this ship. Destroy me.
Don't say that. I can't.
You would make me an accomplice to these fiends?
That's the truth of it. Accept it, Fox.
Why? Why is this happening? No!
Alright, so now we have to fight General Pepper. I love, seriously, this game does some really cool things with the characters and whatnot. It's like, I feel like General Pepper is one of the characters you would have expected last to have to fight a Star Fox game. But you do. And you get to do it while riding on Wolf's Wing, which is so cool. know, Wolf, you've got a gun on your ship too, you know, that you could be using to help us right about now. There we go. Yeah, freaking Pepper's ship has such a cool design. Like, I'm not sure if the mech motif of it is due to the asteroid infection, or if it's just... Can we take out those by just shooting him? We cannot. That was a mistake. But even so, it has such a cool design. A lot of Pepper's attacks you can cancel just by damaging him enough. So you really just have to focus on him and just pour bullets into him.
I can't shake him.
Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Oh, this comes up from underneath. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. There we go. I'm very low on health. This is one boss where you cannot restore your health. Oh, he's almost there. He's almost there. Almost got him. Come on. He's almost down. He's almost down. Oh!
He's launching more missiles.
Shucks. Just focus on him. Yes! There we go. I hope that can't still kill me. Woo! Can I not taunt here? I can't taunt here, but you can't switch weapons for some reason.
General Pepper! Peppy!
I love that. Peppy comes in to save him.
Are you all right?
Is that you, Peppy? What have you done?
Looks like I'll never make retirement now. Peppy.
Contact the medical corps. One way or another. My duty's done.
There's so many good, like, character moments in this game.
That one, Wolf. Thanks.
I thought I told you. I didn't come here to save you.
Even so.
So how long you plan on taking up space on my
Thank you.
Oh.
Fox, let me give you one piece of advice. Don't hesitate. When the time comes, just act.
Such a good quote. Such an underrated quote, too. Normally when people quote Wolf, they go with, you know, oh, can't let you do that, Star Fox. But that's such a good quote from Wolf.
Wolf.
Pep talk? Ah, Peppy and Pepper had a pep talk. I see what you did. I see what you did.
Peppy, you can't do things like that.
I got results, didn't I?
I love how Peppy's like just this reckless old war-torn grandpa who gives absolutely no craps. I think that's actually a really good place to leave off for the night, because there's about, I want to say, 4 more missions in this game. We are already more than halfway through this game. So, yeah. But I think that's actually a really good spot to leave off for the night. I'm going to save. I don't really have time to show off anything in versus mode. And I can't really, because I only have one person here. That being me. So maybe I'll show off multiplayer another time. I'm just going to pause the emulation here, because that's a good screen to pause on. But I think we will leave off here for the night with Star Fox Assault, because otherwise it's just going to keep going and we're going to be in another cutscene, and I'm just going to keep playing this game until like 1 in the morning. Though admittedly I could probably have it done by 12, but I've already been on for like 2.5 hours. So actually no, I think I've been on for about 3 hours now. So we'll just go back to this screen. But yeah, so that's Star Fox Assault. I hope you guys really enjoyed that. I will definitely come back to this to finish this save file, definitely on stream, and show you guys the rest of this game. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope if some of you guys haven't played this game before, that maybe seeing this will make you maybe like want to check it out. Because I certainly I love this game. It's honestly it's you know it's my favorite game in the Star Fox series, and I think it's phenomenal. Very underrated in my opinion. But yeah, that's Star Fox Assault. We'll definitely get back to that soon. We'll probably resume Thousand Year Door next week. I'm not sure. Next week maybe we'll do like a variety hour type thing. Like maybe I'll wrap up Star Fox Assault since we are kind of close to the end of the game, and then we'll just resume Thousand Year Door for a little bit after that. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not even sure if I will be streaming or not, because I'm gonna try and make some plans for next Friday. If that doesn't work out, then obviously I'll stream. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know my playing wasn't quite the best. But that's okay. Yeah, it was really fun sharing my thoughts about Star Fox, because this is honestly, I love Star Fox. It's one of my favorite Nintendo franchises. And I could talk about it all day. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm probably going to head out now. And I've got some art and stuff that I want to work on. And just some different things I want to do. But that was fun. I haven't played the story mode in a while, so it was nice just like playing through part of it, and not just like picking a stage or even playing multiplayer. It was nice just playing the main game. But with that being said, I think I'm gonna go for the night. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I hope you all have a wonderful night. It was really nice talking to all of you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the stream tonight. And yeah, you guys have a great night. Stay safe. It ain't the best, but humorous. I like it a lot, but I'm glad you're enjoying the humor of it. I think it's a great game, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. But yeah, hope you guys all have a great night. I still don't know how to end a stream. So as I said last week, and as they say in the cartoons, that's all, folks.